Yeah, that's
We
fine.
got time.
It's fine. I gotta actually pop my character out while I'm at it, just for the hell of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, you found yourself. What do you look like? Let's see. Oh, come on. Come on, Ross. You did it, didn't you? You did it. You made him Piccolo. Namekian.
I did.
You had to.
Hey, he gave me art. I put it in there.
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't make
not.
a bit of difference. The balls are inert.
Hey, if you want to be Piccolo, you can be Piccolo.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
gotta
give a
you gotta
shit.
do a Piccolo voice the entire time. On the Namekians.
Well, I mean,
You know, you got this.
nails maybe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true.
I could see a Witch Warper being a fucking Piccolo. Yeah.
Listen, all I do is like to buy Vegeta and Reinhardt when we're watching. That's the voice. I was watching like Dragon Ball PP. You ever see that one? Like Oni. It's like
Yes, I do remember
yeah,
that.
I have a bunch of clips on the Twitch channel from it, but I was like, he never invited me to his birthday party. I said to my wife, I'm like, oh shit, I can actually do that. Nice, I can do Vegeta. I learned.
Oh,
And then you never let it
And
go.
never I
yeah,
stopped, never stopped. I played a Dota
never
2, I named
stop.
myself Vegeta, and I just do the voice the entire matches and just fuck with
Never
people.
stop, never
Never
stopping.
stopped. Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah,
You're
I
an
do
overrated
remember it.
piece of shit.
Stop stopping.
Pop star.
But that just means go.
Exactly.
I'm gonna
So
need a
stop
beer.
stopping.
I'm gonna need a beer anyway before we start anyway.
Mhm.
Anyway.
So yeah, it looks like we can bring Ren up to 16 HP there. Then we can bring Vincent. Already did that for him. Did I get all the goblins re-added in here? I did. Did I add my secret shit yet? Did not. And we'll decide how to handle that. Did I get you a token? I sure did get you a token. All right, I'm going to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
All right.
So are each of these squares 5 feet, or they're 5 feet, right? Yeah, each square is
Oh,
5 feet. Nice. Okay.
Okay. I got my beer. Now it's Corona with lime, which is harder for me to drink because I guess Bud Light's more like piss water, so it's okay. Let's see. Just me. Yeah, I thought my wife get a kick out of that. That you knew Phil Cabaneras.
Yeah, Meadow, I think. Can't remember.
I'm sure I could find a picture of him in my phone somewhere, like online too.
Are you saying that was Bill?
His name was Phil. He had the goatee, had long hair, always tied back. He wore a suit because he worked in the Houghton Library. I'll get you a
Oh,
picture of him.
like he kind of looked like a meth head kind of guy, maybe.
No. Hold on.
Phil.
Let me find him. Hold on. Let me get my
Oh,
phone.
was he like kind of like a large gentleman?
He was a larger gentleman, not like
Concealed
huge,
carry?
huh?
Concealed carry?
I don't know if he did that, but hold on. I'm sure if I do Google, there's something gonna show up.
Um, looked like Polly from that Family Guy episode. My cousin Polly.
Um, I don't know. Let me find out. I gotta look that one
Eh,
up because I haven't watched that one.
right. I mean, it's a reference falls flat.
Yeah, hold on. I'm sure I can find a picture of him somewhere. Gotta be
You
one
say so.
somewhere.
I know. I keep his picture in my wallet.
I know. I could only show you my mind's eye.
Get out of my head, Charles.
What if I do door checker? I don't think that was it. Try it. No, he had like brown, like dark brown, blackish hair, goatee, wore glasses, big guy, bigger guy. Has a suit on usually. He worked over at the bookstore across the way from Tokyo Kid, at the bookstore with that
Um,
Dungeons and Dragons and shit later on.
oh, inside of the
Garage Mall, yeah,
garage.
yeah, right across. Like if you walked out of like the
Oh,
upper,
so
if you
when
go ahead,
Pandemonium when they were there.
yeah, like where the stairs came up into the Garage Mall,
Hmm?
and you had Dewberry Comics on your left, and like if you're standing at the top of the stairs and you look like almost northeast, you had the bookstore there, and then you had the place that did like alternative stuff, I think, and then you had the tattoo shop next to it. He worked
I
at the
mean, these
bookstore there.
places have.
I'm not sure
You know,
when they came in, and I know the bookstore was there when we were there. I know that.
I mean, they come in and out so quickly. You
Yeah,
know,
I
I
mean,
think.
yeah,
I mean, it wasn't Pandemonium like the sci-fi bookstore, game store that moved to Central Square.
yeah. I think it was called Pandemonium. You're correct. You're correct.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, they moved to Central
yeah.
Square
And I went down
okay,
there. Yeah, I went down and
years
checked
and
it
years
out.
ago. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
before
they're
that,
long gone. I
yeah,
think that's like a hedge. That's been a headshot for like
dude.
years.
I remember Man from Atlantis when it was owned by the original owner. I used to go down there. I was like 13 and buying. I bought my Enterprise D cutaway picture of the ship's uh, decks and all that
Oh,
from there. And I also got a couple of anime.
you
Back in the old day was VHS at that point.
mean like Aaliyah Wally?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then
Yeah,
then they bought it out, Andrew, and
yeah.
then
Then yeah. So it was Aaliyah, and then Andrew bought it.
yeah, that's why I stopped. Now there's a place called Zap Live, which is another anime store there, which is that was nice. Not Zap Live.
Oh, it's just like, yeah, no, like that Korean place.
No, it was it's an anime store. It was starts with a Z, like
Like Zaka.
Zentai Zaka Anime, I think it was.
Yeah, it's like I mean that's
I
just
don't know if it's
like
still there.
Korean imports. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. It was more anime stuff too, but my wife liked it because sold Miku stuff. So I done those Miku stuff. Ah, my wife loves Hatsune Miku shit. So there's a bunch of it behind
oh,
my desk,
hmm.
statues and shit. And I got DVDs and stuff for her, all the stuff.
Dar, did I say something to you recently about the time I got reincarnated as a slime?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
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 you
anime.
mentioned that
yeah,
last
yeah,
Okay.
night.
yeah,
Okay. I couldn't remember when. I thought I had.
yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned that last
I
night.
just couldn't get into it. Like if I turn my camera,
I'll try it sometime.
let's see here. If I turn my camera over here, you can see her a little bit right there at the middle. I can't really. There you go. There's one right there. There's more of them. There's like one in the corner. Like she's up there. I got a bunch of that shit. It's hard to see. I know, but I can't move my
Yeah,
camera any further.
my eyes aren't no good, but
Yeah,
yeah,
not
I'll
anymore. Mine
figure
aren't
it- I
either.
figured there's some Vocaloids up there.
Yeah, there's some Vocaloids. I actually got the rhythm game free. Whatever, Future Tone, I think it was. They sent it to me. That's the one nice thing about streaming. Not even the big streamer. As long as you have like enough followers, you get free games like the under 20 ones. You know, you can go and talk to them and get them. I ate some cake. I'm good to go.
All right, we all ready?
Cool.
Yeah,
I think
ready to
so.
go.
All right.
Gotta turn the sound down again. Jesus.
Yeah, be sure to adjust the playlist
I need to get one of those jugs.
setting. What was that? Sorry.
I need to get one of those jugs.
Oh, yeah.
I
water
got one
yeah.
full of bacon grease. Oh, I thought you were talking about the meat jar.
Yeah, because
Bacon
everyone
grease is
loves
great
to
for food.
chug bacon grease every now and again. Mm-mm.
Hey, down here,
Yum, yum, that
down-
bacon grease.
down here, you don't make cornbread without bacon grease. It's against the law, I think, in Tennessee.
Oh, who the fuck is messaging me now? Why would you message me now? At this time?
Take a look at me now.
Oh, man. Okay. Unrelated comments.
Baby.
Fuck Popeyes, man. God, I love Popeyes chicken, but I cannot handle their spicy anymore. It just wrecks hell on my body.
You getting that ghost pepper spicy?
I'm getting that burning in the asshole spicy. So just
I'm not hearing a no.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm not hearing it now.
And not something else.
I tried the.
I'm here to share.
I tried the Wendy's ghost pepper one. It wasn't bad. Not bad.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure Popeyes will get serious with their spice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With their audience.
Yeah.
Not
They've
much
been
makes
I
sense
don't
down
know
in
what they've
Louisiana.
changed lately.
Commercial.
Vane, your spice tolerance is going to shit.
It must be. Like honestly,
me
it's
too.
not even that spicy to me. It's just that it wrecks hell on my insides.
Well, because
Right.
capsaicin.
It has the power of spice and fast food grease at the same time.
Mhm.
You know, like
Slides right
unwashed
through.
hands and all that goodness.
Slices.
Yeah,
Slides
it's
right
not
through
great.
you.
Yeah.
Right. You know, like a 12-year-old's fingernails.
Listen, that's how you floss afterwards. It's like, the
Ah,
damn, it's not a
Jesus.
thumb one. Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's why I gotta take omeprazole.
Chris,
Otherwise, I just get
Chris was,
acid
Chris was the
reflux,
funniest one of
whatever.
us all. So
We're
you
getting
know,
old.
Yeah.
I
We
wasn't
are
that funny back
getting
then. I've
old.
gotten funnier as I got older. I found the
Arr,
amusement in
arr,
life.
arr, arr. All right. So last we had left off, which is pretty apparent where last we had left off.
Sure.
Vincent and Ren were accompanied by Comac the Barbarian. As you were hired by Rufus Thistlespring to investigate a energy signature that was found in the lower depths of the arcology, or the spikes, or the spike of Absalom, I should say, the underside of Absalom, essentially. There's this whole thriving network of tunnels and long lost relics of the past and old neighborhoods, you know, crazy shit that's been abandoned and taken over by goblins, as it turns out, as your party has just found out. And in the meantime, Erlil was found himself in a kind of a futuristic looking chapel somewhere in this complex, and he was accosted by several shadows that are still following him, and his flight path, har har har, directly leads into this space here. And where we had just left off, the goblins that you have been engaging with seem to have unveiled some sort of mechanical monstrosity hidden away in their little corner there. You'll see that, like, for some of you, you got low light vision, so you can see a little bit more than others, but
I see game paused and it's just a black screen.
you should be there. Aren't you
Nope.
there?
Nope.
You're, let's see.
I mean, you could click on your token and you should be able to see your viewpoint.
I don't even see my token.
You're in there.
This map is active. Everyone's on it.
What the French toast?
Want to share your screen with me, bud?
Sure.
Yeah. Let's
On the
see
tab
here.
up top, do you have underground abandoned housing clicked?
Correct.
Well, shit.
Okay. And I did kind of rejostle some of the tokens. You should still have token vision enabled on there. You do.
I don't want to share that. I want to share.
You got low light vision and dark vision.
Oh god, no.
Try refreshing, maybe.
Holy! Oh, I was about to say Discord session. Holy fucking
Yeah,
crap!
right. I want to share.
You don't want to share everything? Share your life
Virtual-
and all your passwords with us?
That's what I see.
It doesn't look like. Oh.
I'm like, I see a lot of
No,
black.
yeah.
I'm like, I know I'm in space, so I see a lot of black, but it's too much black. So if I need to click on something, or you let me know, because I can go to
What about
Epsilon
now?
Station, but I can't. I don't see anything here.
Okay, what about... And you're owner of that token, so
Oh.
that's not an issue. Have you refreshed yet?
I can refresh again. Give me a hot second.
Yep. And everyone else should also be able to see this, as I think you all are set as observer on the party tokens. So you should all be able to see through each other.
There we
basically.
go.
Yeah, that's thought that
That's
might do it.
because I
That when in doubt, refresh.
refresh. Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, let me cover some bookkeeping here just really briefly. So Bishamon has his character named. Flame, did you want to... What was the name you wanted to roll with for this character so we can...
That depends on the context. I will DM you.
You want to give yourself a name then? That you want to identify as, and we can play around with it later?
No, I've already got an idea of it. It just depends on the context of introduction.
Gotcha. So, I can either introduce you shortly or after the combat. And the ideas here would be that you would be a recent hire of this mercenary organization, essentially.
After probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same question for you, Bishwan. Do you want to be introduced during or after?
I mean, whatever you feel is more organic, either way.
Okay.
I was get one.
All right.
Might as well get him in here.
I just wanted to give you guys an option. If you wanted to dive in sooner, that's perfectly fine. If not, that's fine as well. But, as far as like thinking about how to introduce yourself, I guess that is sort of the context here. Is you would have been contacted by a Rufus Thistlespring, a halfling, basically Norass detective, in futuristic Absalom here. And he's interested in hiring unique individuals with special talents for the purposes of kind of undercover work, infiltration, a variety of different tasks. But kind of he seems to have a bit of an anti-corporate sort of bent to him.
Okay, I like that.
Vaden, you did a good job choosing this music, though. For
Oh,
real.
this one? I love this one.
Like just everything so far. You did a good job choosing this
Mass
music.
Effect on the station.
But yeah, so that's kind of where we had left off, where this clanking robot started shuffling in, and Ren can hear the goblins speak from behind, get the robot! They're invading us! We have to fight back!
And Ren never translated to everybody else, so...
No. So
yeah,
you're getting Vincent, you can get a brief glimpse through the bars here, where you can see like a couple of the goblins, and you also see like, maybe the chest and an arm, and there's definitely a gun attached. Although there's a lot of things attached because this is a goblin. This seems to be a goblin-made sort of robot. So the space goblins, they have an affinity towards technology, but their technology isn't really reliable. They basically hobble together scrap, and somehow it works like magic.
Think
What
40k orcs.
Yeah, 40k
Yeah.
orcs.
Yeah, 40k orcs, exactly. So what we're going to do here first is we're going to re-roll initiative for everyone, just kind of give everyone a fresh chance here. So if you want to go into the combat tracker, combat encounters there, you can go ahead and click the die right by your name and roll your initiative.
Second tab on the next chat box.
Yep.
I just needed to turn the game volume down.
Oh yeah,
after
please,
all.
please do.
Let me see.
That's a 7.
Initiative.
also a 7.
Nice.
There it is. Roll.
Well,
Nat 20 and a 12. Or are you rolling multiple dice?
Wait, what?
I'm rolling for my guys.
Other people are rolling. And I was like,
Oh,
I thought it was like all Stale, and I'm like, Stale, stop!
it's a dice.
No,
it's
this
a dice,
this
from
dice is
Cupcake.
my
My
dice.
God.
It's already dead.
Yep. And then Vincent, you just need to do yours.
where do I
Oh,
click
good, I'm
in
at the bottom again. This happened last time.
Where?
Click on the swords. Look at the dice next to your name.
Next to the chat
Yep.
box at the top. You know, like chat. has
Oh,
everything.
right.
Yep.
Okay.
Nothing to worry about. Do
Okay.
Nat 20, but without special effects.
oh, there's a track called Bad Robots. We have to try that.
Oh my god, it always starts blasting.
I
Shit.
swear to God, Vaden, you're gonna have to play Kaida's song, from John Wick. If we ever get into a club,
Comac and
like
That'd be good.
the
That'd be a good soundtrack
yeah,
for this.
that'd be amazing for this.
so
Yeah.
Comac and Vincent have the exact same role.
Comac so far has just turned into much more
Yep.
of a badass than I actually intended him to be. Okay, well, you got both operate simultaneously. So let me just
But
you
which
know
of us
that-
goes first?
yeah, you know that Comac's on the other side of the pillar, and you kind of he kind of like leans back and just kind of glances over to you, and
We're
then
kind of just in tune then.
yeah, exactly, just happened to be just lined up. So Vincent, what would you like to do?
Oh, first I want to take a free action to direct Ren. Ren, we got something up here that we could use some help with. Something to your specialty.
10
So-
4.
That said, let me see. What have I got now? Hang on, let me check my stuff.
Absolutely, take your time. Oh, this is a good one.
Did you get my DMD, Vaden?
Sorry.
Words.
Absolutely.
I get my vape. I got some time. I'm listening though.
Gotcha. Okay.
Does that make sense?
That totally
I
makes
got
sense.
an idea.
I find it interesting that you're using your Final Fantasy character. Oh, no. It's fine.
Hang on. Let's see. Operative. I need to take a look at what I can do.
No, that
again.
totally makes sense. Okay. Sounds good.
Let's see.
I'm not sure who would recognize
Bluff,
you. We'll have to
intimidate,
talk
or
about that
stealth
some.
check. Okay,
We-
so here's
Pretty much my age and older.
Okay, sorry, Vincent. What was that?
going to let's see, going to roll for a trick attack. I'm going to look at the closest gobbo, this one right here,
Okay.
and going to point at the robot. And go, holy shit! There's a robot behind you, and then ready to attack.
Go ahead and make your bluff check.
What the hell is a robot?
Yeah, you can. He
Ren's
communicated
robotic
that in
eyebrows
common,
raised.
so you can hear and understand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although there's probably a lot of noise, so that's fine. Okay, what do we got? I don't think that's gonna do it.
13.
Is that a contested roll? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I can't remember what the DC is. I think it does work off of a DC.
I do think so too. I don't think that meets it, but let me just confirm, just because in my head.
Oh yeah, that's a definite.
That's a whiff.
Fail. Yeah, with the trick attack at least. Like that's
Yeah.
with the trick attack it is.
You can. I'll say that you can still make an attack check towards him. Because of the bars, you're going to have a little bit of trouble. So you're going to take that at, let's say, a -2 penalty.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, the DC was 20 plus your target CR. So yes,
Your
I
target
failed that.
CR. So yeah, it'd be 20.
Damn it.
It's a 0% zero challenge rating?
Each of these goblins, I'm okay with sharing this. Each of these goblins is a third of a CR.
Oh, wow. Okay. Understood.
So let me see.
Yeah, they're not super
God
threatening.
damn.
They're the rat quest.
They are just they do have guns.
But they
Rats
have
with
guns.
guns.
Rats with guns.
Oh my god, rats with, I should have
There we
brought
go.
in rats with guns.
Robot rats. Basically, the rats from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, those little biting rats things in the sewers.
Yeah.
Robot rats.
Master
The
Splinter?
Mousers.
So going to take a shot at the closest one right here. Yeah, that one right there with the numbing beam.
Are they in a room?
Okay, take a shot.
Clink.
And
16.
16 downgraded to 14 because of the bars. Absolutely hits his AC. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, yeah.
Six.
Damn. One shot, one kill.
But that's
It's the numbing ray. So
yeah.
you basically bring up your gun and there's a beam of concentrated frost or ice that just that lances out through the bars, strikes him directly in the head, and but first he's like, he hears the reaction of the a robot right behind you, and he's like
And that's
Drops.
non-lethal damage, by the way. That weapon
Yeah.
is non-lethal.
Yeah. So he just there's like a little frost point on his forehead, a little blue crystal or kind of like snowflake pattern as he just drops. We'll just keep him right there and mark it as that so we know where the body is. All right. So there's that. Comek is now going to... Oh, actually, you still have a movement, I think, too.
I do actually, I believe. And by the way, since the level up, I can move 40.
Oh, okay. What would you like to do? Right here you can see where the door is, but it does appear to be locked right now. There's a red light on there.
Is the guy that I just shot in front of the door?
Ow. Fuck.
What was that? Say that one more time.
That was the guy that I just shot in front of the door?
Yeah, he's this guy right here.
Oh, that's interesting. Something for them to walk over. Okay.
Yep, difficult terrain.
Let me see. So then going to move 15 there and
35.
That's 30. That would be
Your dash
40.
there's 25. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. 3 points
That would be
there.
40. Yeah.
If you're doing right angles, yeah, that's fine. Hey, go ahead and move yourself over there. You might have to do the 2 moves to do it. If it even lets you drag it. It may not let you drag it through the obstacle, is what I'm saying.
I'm going to try it and see. Nope.
Yeah.
All right. So
Try it the other way.
15 there.
Yep.
And then
Gotcha.
what? There?
I saw your message, Darn.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's my turn.
All right. Comek sees a locked door. So he's going to shoulder his Doshko, his like triple bladed axe. Actually, let me bring up the camera again so I can see you guys again. There we go. So he kind of slings it back on a holster on his back,
Good data dog.
and then draws a laser pistol,
Let me see.
double hands it, and then takes a quick shot from his location, straight ahead to one guy right there that he can see. So, sorry, I'm also clumsy with this shit still. We'll do attack. He's got a -2 as well. Not that it fucking matters. But not much damage as a glancing hit. He takes a shot, and he does manage to land a hit, but this laser beam just kind of clips the goblin on the side a little bit. You hear him, but he looks not too worse for wear because of it. After that, it's his movement. I think he's just got a basic bitch movement. Why can't I see that now? 35 feet. Oh, he's better than I thought. Oh, right, because he's blitz spec'd. That's right. He's gonna withdraw as well. He's He's Comic the Barbarian, but he's not dumb. That's 15, and he has 20 more. Yeah, he'll move over here and take cover behind, underneath the railing there. So that covers Comic and Vincent. Now on to one of our goblins. He's going to kind of shift into a little space over here, and
time to be one with the force. Time to be one with the force.
You hear kind of some electronic noises, and yeah, let's see.
Red says, "Oh yeah, talk dirty to me."
And you hear something. Airlil would hear this closer to him, to the south of him, specifically around here. Looks like one of the doors is locked. Then with that was his action. So the rest of his movement, he's going to 20. These guys have 35 as well. He's going to run over here, and he's going. And so anyone who's out in the open can see this. This goblin kind of scampers down. He's keeping low, and then by next to one of these apartments, he goes. Ren, you would hear kind of this like, wake up, we got intruders. That is his turn. This guy who just got shot, he's going to maneuver over here. And yeah, he's going to take a position right over here behind cover, but he'll also take a quick moment, touch a button, and close that door, and take a shot straight across the way at Comex, since that was the last person that he fired at, or got fired at him, with his unstable junk laser. So a fucking like pistol thing with wires sticking all out, and you can see an exposed like laser element that, or crystal that's kind of, radiating,
Yes, you do. That a
and
nat
he has
20?
a fucking crit.
Jesus.
Okay.
Everybody
Cool.
gets lucky sometimes.
Holy
Cool,
shit.
cool. Okay. 7 points of fire damage to Comac.
Damn.
I'm like, no.
So and they're even with the cover, he would have gotten that. So Komek he kind of stands up to take another quick shot at him that's moving and takes a direct hit right to his kind of chest. But the armor mostly absorbs or kind of burns through a hole through the armor, but it doesn't reach much skin yet. So Komek kind of lets out a battle cry, or a kind of a scream. And that dude's taken care of. That dude is just out. So let's remove the combatant there, so we know that he's not in the order anymore. And we're on to the Scrapbot now, who got he got a crit on his fucking. No, we didn't get a crit. Never mind.
Hey, Vaden, I got a request.
Yeah, sure.
If possible, the names of the goblins, like the cheerful, selfish, overwhelmed. You want to try and work that into each character?
Oh yeah, we can certainly try. I mean, it's automatically assigned, so we certainly can though. Selfish. Yeah. Well, he's selfish. I mean, cheerful. Okay. Anyway, the Scrapbot. So he's going to come over here and kind of position himself next to the bars. And yeah, he was going to do this anyway. Let's see how this is going to work. Let me just look something up real fast. New rules, new rules, new rules. So what's the rules on explodies? Come on, where is it? Is there anything special with that? I guess we'll find out. So you hear
Another nat 20.
holy fuck.
Dude, you gotta check your dice.
That'll kill us.
My dice are trying to kill you guys.
Damn it.
Or Komek for that matter. Because basically you hear kind of a dunk, and a canister rolls right next to Komek. And yeah, exactly. I'm just looking up something here because it's a 10
Komek,
feet
no.
burst.
He's not long for this world. You're too beautiful, Komek.
No.
Too beautiful for this world.
Right,
Just
right,
cyberscape.
Fuck Klingons.
Hey, oh well. Hey. Just gonna get Komek. Right.
Yeah. Well, he's got a couple of these, and he was just this was his opportunity. So yeah, and big old explosion. Why isn't it bringing up a actual? I don't. Oh, this one doesn't do damage. That's right. Okay, so he's basically just like, entangled. But this grenade explodes with like an adhesive resin, kind of this like splotchy, like green goo that just covers him and keeps him from moving. So he is trapped at that location right now. So everything around is kind of plastered with this like greenish goo that's, kind of hardening even as, it just lands.
Think, what was it, Ghost in the Shell with the stuff they used on the big bot?
Yeah, kind of like that, exactly. And then you hear kind of just, and anyone who's kind of, well, actually, you won't be able to see, so you don't know what he's doing. Moving on, we've got an eager goblin who's over here, actually, who's now locked out with Ren and Vincent both right there.
Eager beaver.
Yeah, who's eager to die?
Yeah, because this
Eager
guy
to get
didn't
the
really
fuck
know
away.
that there was one out there. So he's going to run up to the door and try to get himself the fuck out. Roll him in engineering. 15 was what I was looking for. So he's able to use his action to unlock, and then he sees Erlil again.
Shit!
Everything else is sort of sealed off right now, so... what does he do? Come on, buddy. Why aren't you
How do you want to die?
Pretty much, Airlil is just like his hair's everywhere. He just kind of like does a side. I look over, like is like, yes. What do you want? Kind of thing. He's
Do
all a
you
mess.
speak Goblin, or do you speak Goblin? I don't think you do.
I
right?
don't think so. I think I only got
Why isn't he moving?
Celestial
Why
and
isn't he
Common.
letting
If we
me-
find an angel, I can talk her ass up.
Oh, I'm on the wrong selector. God, Foundry can be a bitch sometimes. So
Fucking
he moves
Foundry.
up. Kind of holding up his hands. Holding up his hands.
Which one is? Oh, that. Oh, okay.
Am I
Yeah.
able to do an inside check on if I believe him?
I'll give you that.
All right. Let me do insight here. Was it insight or is it sense
It'd be
motive?
sense motive in this.
Yeah,
in this
that's the one I
system.
don't have anything in. All right, let's see what I
Okay,
got.
roll. I'm gonna think that's a no, dog. Yeah, he seems genuine. He does seem a little bit upset because his significant other was just gunned down, but you know, there's that.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do, right?
I tried.
You know?
I tried to help.
The unamused goes next.
That sounds like a great like.
I'm not even
great,
supposed to be here today.
That sounds like a
Yeah.
great like not race, but you know what I mean, like a title of people. You know.
Yeah. You don't see what he does.
Hey.
Yeah, you don't see what he does. Actually, we'll give him one other thing real fast because he probably would have access to that on the other map.
Another nat 20.
Dude, what the fuck's wrong
That's
with you?
hell,
three.
dude.
That's three of them.
That is like
Uh-huh.
that is probably like
That is like-
1,200 shits in a row anyway.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
Grinder,
getting
do
stupid.
you want to keep those dice, or you want to share them with the rest of the class?
I mean, come on now.
They're not my dice.
I'm gonna change my dice now to his.
I know. I gotta do Vaden's dice.
Damn dice. All right. So you hear like, how would we do this best? I know how we'll do this best. We will right at the entrance. I'm gonna fuck up that wall. That's okay.
You took away my lie.
I sure did.
Well, for you.
Actually, no, it's this sound. That's that sound. It's that sound. All right. So behind you, you hear a door. Your door closes. The light shuts out from the hallway, and you are locked in. It appears. And then once again, this one
We're
door
not locked in
locks.
here with you. You're locked in here with
Wait
us.
for one of them to say that. Yep.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
And you do hear some kind of whirring around in some of the corners around here, but it's hard to tell with all the other noises going off in the 6 second span. Now we're to Ren.
All right. So I'm kind of torn, and I don't know how this mechanic would work in Starfinder versus D&D, but I was thinking, depending on, that's basically half my movement.
Yep.
If I need to do like an acrobatics or like a power roll to basically vault over this gap. Yeah, I couldn't freaking mechanical, man. I'm just gonna run over here and do some freaking space parkour.
Parkour.
Parkour!
Just don't miss your step, because that
Yeah,
looks
no.
like a little bit of a drop.
Oh, I would grab him.
Well, it would be an athletics check from you.
Well, let me check my attributes first before I get all crazy or anything. Because I'm like mostly +10 for engineering. I got a +5 to athletics.
Yep.
Rank 2.
And that's a 25-foot jump there. So
if it's too far, then I'm just gonna say that I got up to the edge, and I'm like, maybe not.
So
I'll just fall
if this were dimension
it's too
20,
far.
I'd call this a box of doom roll.
Yeah, right. Okay, no, I ain't trying to like kill myself on
just-
the first roll here.
I'll
So.
set expectations here. Yes, you can do this. However, I am going to set a couple things here. Number one, you have to get a 20 on a roll to make this leap.
Oh, fuck that! I ain't gonna try that. I mean, even with a +5, that's still kind of iffy.
It's a very far jump. Is the thing.
Fair enough.
You can do it if you want. If you get a 20, you'll make it across. If you get 15, I will say that you'll
dangling
probably
on the other side.
Yeah, you're dangling.
Oh, fuck.
Any less, and you're falling.
Okay, so he's gonna stop there, and he's gonna look over to Comac, and he's like, "You still with us, Comac?" Covered in glue and shot through the chest. Cool.
He's crouched down and kind of covered in his gun, and he's trying to move, but like his movement's obviously being restricted by this stuff. So, and he glances over you and is like, "What the fuck do you think I'm doing?"
Comac, I can always count on you.
We just met.
It's like I've only known you my whole life. So he's going to go ahead and shoot Mr. Selfish Space Goblin.
Already. All right, go for it.
And
you going to do your double tap again?
Of course. Why not? That's going to be a 13.
That is a hit.
Sweet. So
EAC, yep.
Definitely damage. So basically, do I just roll the attack twice?
You still have to roll a second attack roll.
Okay, that's what I was going to get at. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So first one is
energy.
3.
Okay.
Gonna attack again. Do the roll. Oh, that should hit. And then gotta do another damage. And
what weapon is this again?
This is my arc pistol, but I have
and just enough.
Sweet.
All right. You just kind of step over to the ledge and 2 shots, and he just drops. All right, well, I'll remove him from the encounter. There we go. Perfect. Airlil, you're up. Unless you wanted to do anything else, Ren.
Pretty sure I don't have. That's my action.
That is your movement. That is your action.
It's my action. Yeah, I don't think.
So you're
I don't
pretty
even know
much
if there's
covered right there.
I mean, I don't think I would try and do anything else. That's my turn.
Yep, just want to check. Cool. Airlil, you're up.
All right, so Airlil is kind of looking at the unamused goblin down below.
Yeah, or the eager one over here.
Yeah. And his jaw is kind of like set. His brows furrowed. He looks like he's just not a nice guy right now.
Right. You're not having a good day.
Yeah, but he just kind of like he just stares at him a second, but he just looks away and then just comes. Oh, I gotta get my right thing here. I want this.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Oh yeah.
How do I get rid of that? Thank you.
I'll take care of it. Don't worry.
What was the button to do? Like the distance was just a line, not actually like.
Oh fuck!
Oh my god! I don't exist anymore.
Yeah, you're no longer in existence. You fell into another portal. You're in another D&D game.
It got darker somehow too for me.
Yeah, I may have accidentally deleted a light there. I don't know. Whatever. You're fine. There we go. Now that you're fixed.
All right. So Airlo just said he's gonna stop looking at him. Just. Oh my god! Where's my button? Here we go. He's just gonna come over to here. He's gonna launch off this flying.
Yep.
Land here. To collide.
You might have to go around here. I'll take care of it.
Oh. Oh, by the way,
I can override that shit.
and I was looking at my movement because it says extraordinary flight speed.
Yeah.
That means I just can't fly into I can't be sucked into a vacuum. I don't know what that means, but I can't be sucked into a vacuum. So that's something.
Well,
Can
you
you be
know, all
sucked
that
by a
vacuum
vacuum?
related content that
All that
that I
vacuum.
had is just ruined.
Yeah,
Fuck
I'm
you.
so sorry for ruining the second part. Yeah, I knew you were like, listen, I got nothing for the back half, so I'm just make a vacuum, a black hole.
Ren and Arrow will just basically in space, just like, all right, well, we can just
It's
hang out
Mega
here.
Maid, sir. She's gone from suck to blow.
So, now I have a question about solar, like creating your weapon. I'm assuming it's just there, like you just do it. Like it's not like an action. Because I didn't say anything about action in it. That's the thing.
Let's just
I
pull
was
that up
reading it
real quick.
over and I didn't see it.
Yeah.
So
I think you can just pull it up. Yeah, it's just kind of like, you know, from hammer space. Effectively, you're just kind of summoning it. When not actively in use as a mode of stellar energy. Beyond the solar mote, your manifestation takes one of two additional forms: armor of a weapon. What your case is the shield.
yeah. So, but it doesn't say anything
yeah.
about like it taking an action or anything. So I'm assuming it's same thing with the attunement, solar manifestation, or
I
was
think.
it?
Yeah, I think
I
you
just get one. I just ticks up at the turn. I think.
Yeah.
And I'm going into the what's it one? Is it Stellar Region I'm looking at? Hold on. Oh, Stellar.
Add a couple counters here. So this will be solar, I think.
Yeah, I was trying to find like where I could put that in a counter for my own thing, but it didn't
There's
have it.
if you right click your character sheet, the lower right corner there's a specific Starfinder counter list thing that we can do. But for some reason it's not letting me change the
That's
name.
fine. I can remember it.
Yeah, we'll just use it for right now, and it'll be fine.
So then, Airlil's going to he's gonna just look around himself for a minute and be because he saw the robots through the door. He's heard a bunch of shit. He doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, so you stumbled onto the scene. Really.
He just kind of closes his eyes and kind of just puts his foot back and just kind of tries to drop anything he's got because he didn't know what the hell he has anymore. And in his free hand, the shield just it kind of comes into go ahead, you can describe it.
So your instinctive motion was bring up your shield, because you're used to that kind of sword or spear and shield sort of combat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as you pull up your arm, you just you feel it's akin to your divine connection that you used to have a much stronger hold, but here it's like the rules have sort of changed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your automatic instinct is to just kind of bring up your shield to bear. And then you find that there's kind of there's the divine connection that you had feels somehow stronger suddenly, right? You kind of feel that energy being channeled in a different way. Again, the rules have been rewritten almost. What normally used to happen doesn't quite anymore, and what didn't used to happen does. So as you extend your arm, you feel this kind of shimmer of this light energy kind of forming up and solidifying, into form. What does your shield look like?
Well, it's going to be hey Boba, how you doing? Sorry, chat.
Yeah,
just a regular, good old fashioned Herulian kind of style shield, right?
Yeah,
pretty much. But what happens? But what happens is when he actually brings it out, which he can't see because it's kind of in front of him. There is a rose that's on it, but it starts wilting away, and just an angel with kind of wings flaming out comes out from inside of it. But Airlo can't see the front of it. All he sees is just the back of the shield. And he goes into but there's a little bit of, since it's I'm gonna go into Graviton first in terms of that. So it's a little bit of a shift of black energy, just a little bit around it for just 1 second before it goes away. And I haven't done an action yet of the move. But anyway.
No, you haven't. But yeah, you're hammered up right now, but that's okay.
Yeah. He's got to choose scenery. That's a little thing.
Also, because we described it as such, that's super right. That's too bright.
Oh, yeah.
That's too much. That's
And
way too much.
I think it gives 20 feet of vision, right? As well,
Yeah,
like
it's
dim light vision around.
Oh yeah. Here,
I think.
and then we'll update it. We'll
It's either
update
when
the
it's a
light
moat.
accordingly.
It might not. It just might be when it's a moat. But Jesus.
That's good.
Oh,
that's
too
good.
much.
That's
so
perfect.
bad. All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Also, we'll do. Hold on.
I could be wrong about the 20 feet of dim light. When it might just be moat, but I'm not sure.
I can't angle it this way.
It's fine.
That's fine.
360.
That's fine.
This stuff's kind of fun to play with.
We'll work on it in post.
Yeah, there we go.
That
So
works.
yeah, light radiates from your newfound shield. So you've moved 20 feet. What you gonna do now?
I think it's going to take a full turn, but Airlil is going to call out extremely loud, like, "Heed my call!"
Oh
And
God!
the Angry Archon just drops right behind the, right here, right there.
Oh, okay.
Storm,
Where
order,
indicate to me then
fire.
where it's gonna be?
Where's my drawing tools? Shit. Oh, here we go.
Drop a token.
Oh, right here. Here we go.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. You can do a long press to indicate areas.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah. So, boop.
It's not doing it.
Or you
It's not
should be able
doing
to.
Maybe it's because I'm on
Yeah,
the person one.
I thought you could drop your summons.
You can.
There we
it
go.
Just the rules as written are it takes a round for them to summon. So next turn, like once we get to the top of the initiative order, it'll spawn and I'll roll it then.
God damn, dude.
I see that Airlil removed himself from the initiative order.
3 fucking days later, and people are still shooting that shit off.
How the hell did I remove myself from the order?
How did you?
I don't know.
I'm like,
Hey,
well,
I got a
there
better
you
one
are.
now. I got a better one now. Let me roll again.
You're just gonna be
No,
at the bottom
just
because that's
leave me
where
there.
you
That's where
were.
I was at anyway. That's where I was.
You're the same initiative as Ren.
Yeah.
You're at 7 as well.
All right.
Yeah.
So then the Akron kind of just explodes into being.
All right. We move back to the top with Comac. But before we do, because I fucking hate you guys.
I thought I was at top.
No. Comac was already. He rolled a 25, but he must have better decks or something.
Yeah, because we both
2 more goblins pull out from this apartment over here.
How the hell do I use this?
Well, you got plenty of people to fight now, bud.
They're
They're freaking goblins. It's fine.
They will.
It's fucking goblins.
Oh, I remember. It's in my inventory.
All right.
We got Grumpy. We got Shy. We're gonna get a couple more 7 dwarves around here.
Right. All right, there we go. So Airlil is actually up.
No, you're at the very bottom now.
Yeah. Pretty much. All right, Comac. Comac can't move, but he is going to try to get another shot off here from his location. He's going to
Get a new beer.
He's going to aim at the Shy one. Fuck him.
There you go.
Yeah. Let's see.
Also, the ones that I killed are still on the map. Is that supposed to be the case?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. What we're instead of removing them like I was, I'm marking them as 0 and then removing them from the initiative tracker.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if you could put like a skull icon or something like that because I don't know that they're dead.
We can. Hold on here one sec. There's assign as status effects. This one. Oh yeah, this one.
Selfish space goblin should be dead.
That one's dead.
Yeah.
So we'll mark him as dying.
There. That works.
And then this one over here, we'll mark as unconscious.
That one. Yep.
Oh yeah, he's sleeping.
Yep, he's sleepy. All right, Comac.
Comac, better hit this fucker.
What you got, buddy?
Go,
What you
Comac,
got,
go.
buddy? He's got a -2 to this because of the cover situation over there. And yeah, he's gonna miss. And then with his move action, I'm going to give him a chance to do a fortitude save, I think. Fortitude or reflex? I think.
But to wrestle out of the glue?
Yeah, a fortitude, yeah.
Fortitude, I would think. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Rolling for other people, you suck. Rolling for the goblin.
Yeah, no, my dice fucking hate you boys. Vincent, you're
You
up.
hate me too. I got 4 in front of me.
All
Go,
right.
Vincent, go.
First off, Vincent's going to move right up next to Comac.
Watch out for the glue. Duck.
He's gonna reach over to Comac. Go, hey, you good? You good?
Oh, coughs up green blood.
How you
He's
doing,
wrestling out. Fine, I'm fine. Just take them down.
So he's going to pull out the numbing beam and going to shoot at.
He's dead.
This one.
Selfish
That
is
one's
dead.
dead. No, that one is. I thought it was dying. Oh,
No, he's
it's
dead.
down. Okay.
So yeah,
So-
Shy, Cheerful, and Grumpy are the ones that are still up and around. Well, that and
I'm
Eager
gonna hit
right
this
behind you. Eager's also alive. It's gonna be coming up behind our.
Leave him alone. If he
Damn,
does
there
any
was
something,
something
I'll deal
else.
with him.
Oh, that's right.
There
You,
was
you let him live. Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, there was something I was wanting to do, but I had forgotten about before I did the whole thing with Comac. Damn. All right.
You got maybe heal his ass. Do we have a healer?
I can
No,
heal.
what
I have,
I can heal.
Oh,
GM
okay.
Cat. Say hi to GM
I need
Cat.
a healer.
Oh, GM cat.
Just bleed out and die.
Just leave that.
But I remember something else I was wanting to do. It might be too
Okay.
late now, though. What I was wanting
No.
to do was to glare at that one right there and point towards the exit if they're paying attention.
He can't leave. It's locked.
Oh, it is locked.
Yeah, that's why he's pissed off. He's trying to escape it. He can't because they locked down the place.
Oh, okay.
Okay, say that
I mean-
again. Sorry, I got distracted by.
Yeah.
Well, what I was saying was
That's the
that what I was wanting to do was to glare at the one that's up right here
Yeah.
and point towards the exit. But then Grinder pointed out that the exit is locked.
He did come out of these.
I thought you said he was trying to
I saw
escape,
that
and he
he
said it
came
was
out
locked.
of those, right? I saw that he came out of those.
Okay,
then
yeah,
he's
you've
gonna-
got a really solid chance of seeing it. Yeah.
So instead, wanting to glare at him and then point towards where he came out of, just trying to convince them to get out, to go, instead so that they don't have to die. But essentially,
me
just trying
a
to.
diplomacy check.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
There you go.
We got to talk our way out of a lot of shit. I'll
Yep.
tell you that.
That diplomacy is the one thing I do not have high ranks in.
Oh, come
Yep.
on.
I mean, you're trying to convince him to. Threaten him.
I'll argue
that's
this. I'll argue
based on
this.
your
I'll
description, I
intimidate.
think it's
I'm gonna say.
diplomacy.
I'll do this. I want to spin it. I want to intimidate, as in glaring and tell, like, because the act of glaring at them is
Yeah.
like,
No, that's a good argument. I'll take it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
so
just
I'm
had a fucking
intimidated.
great idea. Oh, I had a good idea. Oh, it's going to be fun.
Better.
15 is good
15.
enough.
you
He's going to take a free action at this moment and remove himself from the situation.
Yay.
So I'm going to remove him from the board at this moment.
Yeah, but it might come back later.
We'll
Yes, he
deal
stabs
with
you
him
in the
later.
back later on.
We'll deal with him later.
Oh, I got
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
that's my fun idea.
Okay. I'm going to say that that's the rest of your movement then.
Yep.
But I'm going to also let you still have an action.
Nice. Okay. So
Just
yeah,
like a bonus action.
going to take a shot at this one right here with the numbing beam again.
Got it. Make your attack check.
Pull it up. Wait, I can. I'll deal with that in a minute. Let's see. Attack, inventory.
Wow.
What's up?
Just wow.
People are still shooting off fucking fireworks, and it's.
Oh,
like,
I'm so pissed at that shit. Yeah.
It's
Zach
like the
hates it.
mortar ones that are so fucking concussive that it I can feel the vibrations
24.
in my house.
They spend money on it.
Yeah, like you spend it.
So you definitely hit the grumpy man.
There
4.
you go. With a 4.
Another pinpoint shot hits him kind of along kind of the chest or kind of shoulder. Again, kind of a bluish kind of spreading mark on his body as he kind of slumps down and kind of chatters in pain.
Is it down or is it?
It is not. He is not unconscious yet.
Okay.
He is still going. So that moves us to Grunt B Man, who just got hit. He's going to. Does he have anything special? Oh shit. Oh, that's right. Okay, I gotta keep that in mind. Yeah, he's just going to move up and he's going to try to dust you.
Hey, there's a goblin right where the things that have come into existence. So.
Oh wait, that's right.
I mean, he can burst
Oh,
it apart.
that's right. That I should have brought that right back in. Hold on here. Let me fix that. Now he'll shuffle forward and oh yeah, this is clusterfuck now. So that actually, with that in consideration, as your Archon, this go ahead and describe your Archon, by the way.
It's an Archon, it's not Protoss, because that's almost every
Oh,
picture you can find.
okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, it's just burst into being. He doesn't know what he's calling. He just like, something come here. And that's what shows up. So it's obviously, if you look at the picture, it's feminine,
this
Archon,
kind of like
purplish, like rocks and energy just flowing across, crackling.
So yeah, Grumpy Man here. You did yell.
I did.
He's got a target rich environment. Just
Peter North says that before every shoot.
that's Erlo. It is Erlo. He turns and extends his junk laser at you and takes a pot shot.
What is with you in that 20s? Swear to God.
You got me in a cloak and a shield. This is what you're doing to me. Go ahead.
Uh-huh.
It's just 4 points of fire damage. You're fine.
Oh yeah, I've only got 3 stamina left.
Yeah. So he and just right in the chest. Well, actually, no. It probably since it's hitting your stamina, this is you just barely get your shield up in time to block it.
You're lucky I'm rusty still.
Wow. Okay. Cheerful.
Not me.
Kind of rubbing the sleep from their eyes, trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. And then, holy shit, Archon. He draws a jagged ass knife that looks like it's mostly, scrap metal that's been, sharpened to a point, and goes for an attack. Unfortunately, it is not very good at this and does not meet the AC of 12. So that's a miss.
My Archon does that laugh from Slayers, the blue hair go.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
Nagi or whatever.
Yeah, I would think that annoying.
I knew a girl, a chick at the anime club I used to go to who was fucking psychopath, who did that laugh a lot.
I love Marilyn Monroe. She's an icon.
I also got a scar from her when she bit me one day.
You'll never forget. You'll never forget your first.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she's. So yeah, let's see here.
Calm down, boy. Calm down, cowboy.
Right. Where are the bars in this? He can't see from there. This is a closed thing. So honestly, the scrap bot is probably gonna shift himself over here so he gets some kind of. Well, no, he doesn't even have that. What would he do then? We gotta change track, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Hold on here.
Oh, you just fucked up Still's vibe.
No, not that one.
You're like,
Right. Well, we'll switch.
Like, I don't know about these things. They don't work. Oh, they work.
All right. So, yeah, that's
Man,
all
these
locked.
fucking edibles ain't shit.
Yeah.
He's gonna shift over there, and honestly, just yeah. So the robot, this googly-eyed motherfucker with guns extending out of its like sidearms here, takes a step through the door. This goblin next to him just kind of quickly opens the door. It slides open, and the second that the robot passes, the door closes again. But it doesn't look like it's had a chance to lock yet. Robot moves up and just starts firing as it's moving forward. So he's going to attack. Let's do a 1d2 roll, see who he attacks. Because he's going to go for the closest targets.
What the 7 heads?
Exactly. Vincent? Hi,
Oh,
buddy.
good. Lovely.
So yeah, semi-automatic pistol rounds. Looks like it's using.
That's about what it
Does
is.
a 16 hit your KAC?
Let me see.
Pretty sure it does.
I have a feeling it does too. Let me see.
Because you're at
16. It meets.
Beats.
You take 2 points of piercing.
Just stamina, yeah.
Yep, that goes stamina first. So it takes a shot and not much damage. That's okay. Moving forward, we've got the unamused here, who now returns, and kind of moves over here and does another engineering check.
Okay.
And you hear sparks going off in that room, and then Ren, you'll hear this like, God damn it, fucking stupid security protocol. Ren, you're up.
Thanks, announcer. Got the turn order telling me what to do.
Oh, nice.
God, I feel like I should be using a feature here. It's got mechanic trick, which has like 12. God, it has 18 things I can choose from.
Yeah, those are things that you'll want to be picking for sure.
Yeah, right. The only thing that looks like it might be able to. Ooh, I have overload weapon. No, weapon's range increment of only 10 feet.
Let's see.
That blows up my weapon instead of blowing up their weapon. I don't think I can just straight up hack it. Not with a level 2 version of this.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, there's a distracting hack which I can make it. It says computer, but it's a robot, basically a computer. I can kind of distract it so it seems like it audio or visual hallucination kind of thing. So it thinks something is.
I'd allow you to attempt a remote hack. You don't necessarily need an exact connection. It's like, trying to connect to like the wireless sort of like
It's got a little dongle on the top of its head anyway that's like an antenna or something. So.
Yeah. I mean, this is a future. Wireless and remote technology is a thing. Even if you're not doing the magic bullshit. So I'd allow you to make an engineering check.
Just basically, computers engineering.
Yeah, and we'll just see how well you do.
Alrighty then.
No specific DC yet. Okay.
Well, pretty sure that's gonna do it.
What are you trying to do? What were you trying to do?
I don't think I can. Can I? I mean, this is all I guess DM flavoring in terms of the level I'm at. I'm a level 2. Would I be talented enough to take it over and remote pilot, or mostly just kind of, Either
with a
fry it
20
for a round, which so it can't like take an action. Something simple. I'm assuming. I'm not level 10 or anything. I'm a level 2.
Yeah, so I'll give you a couple options with a 22.
Okay.
One, you can disable its guns for next round.
Okay.
2, you can disable a grenade the next time it tries to use a grenade. It'll jam.
Okay.
And you don't know what kind of grenades it has. Keep that in mind. Number
Right.
3, you can remove the remote control from whoever else has access to it.
So it just goes
So
wild.
it
Then
basically cuts off its command.
interesting.
With a 25, I would have let you
Like actually
rest
control for
control
like
it.
a round or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? He's gonna go for jamming it from throwing another grenade for a round.
Got it.
Okay. Does that take my action?
Um,
'Cause I haven't moved. I don't know if I can change my.
I
movement
will
for-
allow you to do your action as well.
Okay. So we got 3 people alive, but we got Airlil and an Archon taking care of them. You know, I don't think anyone's damaged this robot yet, so he's gonna take a pot shot at the robot.
Okay.
All right, let's see here. Attack, double tap. Dice that's gonna be a 13 against EAC.
Hit.
Cool. Gonna roll damage.
Don't mind that little pop up that just happened. You didn't see that.
All right, that's a 5, and then he's gonna do another attack roll.
Okay.
That's going to be a 14, so that hits. And then there's another attack roll.
That does hit.
That's 6.
Damn, dude.
And it fucking like he spins the gun, and it's like a giant, basically 50 call handgun, like RoboCop, and it goes back into his leg.
Yeah, I like that. So yeah, two shots right at it. You know, the laser, you know, definitely penetrates and cuts off some of the different like amalgamation of wires and strange devices that are strapped onto this thing.
Yep.
And you know, sparks begin to fly off of it. In fact, I wonder if we can get a little thingy.
Sure, there's like even a spark effect on you imagine.
Yeah, I wish there was a spark effect. Wonder
There is?
what. Yeah, there's nothing really good. Okay.
All good.
Something for later.
Yeah. Find some new effects and shit. As long as it's easy to fire during a game, I don't give a shit. Moving on down, we got the shy one. He's shy. The shy one's definitely concerned about this Archon. So, similarly, they're going to pull out their little jagged knife and fucking try to shank the bitch, which works. Let's do some damage.
You can at least bring me to dinner before you.
2 points of damage.
All right. What the hell?
So not doing bad. Moving forward, we got Airlil, which you technically should have gone before the shy one, but that's okay.
By the way, I can't edit my Archon sheet.
Yeah, you don't get to.
Okay, well, as long as you know it's got hit points. All right, so.
Oh yeah. I had deducted it down already, buddy.
Good.
I got 6 hit points.
So then.
Actually, I forgot I didn't even do the right thing here. Oh, they should have gone like early as shit. So I'll let you do that turn first.
Hey, Vake,
They've
I got a question. Or go ahead.
Yeah. So they got a light ray to attack with.
Go for shy.
Going for shy? All right. Let's actually, you know what? You should get ownership over this. I don't know why I did it that way. Hold on one sec. Here are your summons.
Boy.
There you go.
Oh, I just updated. Hold on. All right, let's try this now.
Yep.
If I did, ignore that.
Yeah.
Unless
What the fuck is that?
Well, it shifted on me when I got the access.
I getcha.
So it's
11 versus their EAC, which is a hit.
All right, then just do the 7F because I rolled it already anyway. Because that was the damage roll.
Vaden, I got a question.
That was a critical damage roll.
After this turn, I got a question.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and ask it.
It. I mean, it can wait until after turn. Like, go ahead. I don't want
there
to.
we go. So
Don't
Archon
know.
extends hand, fiery beam just blasts this poor little goblin who slumps down against the railing there, like knife in the thing too. So they are locked in mortal fucking combat there. Go ahead, Sel. What were you gonna say?
The stuff at that is coating Comex. Is it? Did you say it was hardening, or is it still sticky and gummy?
It's an adhesive that's beginning to harden and lock him into place.
Okay.
So right now he can't move until he succeeds on a fortitude save of 15.
Okay.
Okay, so I am going to.
And sorry, guys, we'll probably be done with this combat here soon. So
That's all right.
Okay.
All right. Airlo is going to come forward, and he's going to reposition or try to reposition the space goblin 5 feet to their left.
Okay. How do you intend on doing this?
Shield, boom. But it's a reposition action.
Reposition action.
I'll put it in chat.
Yeah, please do.
This is more just because it sounds fun, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, this is the opportunity to try shit. Which action is this?
Oh, it's KAC +8. Ooh, I don't know if I can even do that.
Yeah. You'd have to roll pretty high.
Yeah, I don't think I'll do that. That sounds like really fun, but I won't. That sounds amazing, but I'm not going to do it because I don't want to waste a turn. So Airlo is going to then attack with his blunt rod there.
Yeah, do it.
Blunt rod.
15.
Oh yeah. Basically, yeah. Makeshift sword.
Yeah, it's just an iron
He's gonna
rod.
he's gonna beat him with his rod.
All right.
15 versus KAC. That's a hit.
Normal.
Wait, is that the
10.
one I shot earlier?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. Do you want to do lethal or not?
We'll do lethal.
We'll do lethal. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's a heavy fucking hit.
And it hits from the right to the left, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right to the left.
Right to the left. So, and he smashes against the railing there, and just kind of his left just kind of dangling over the side, but not fully dropping over.
Well, Airlo's got enough actions, movement. That he could probably use his shield just to gently nudge his foot as he stares at the three in front of him.
If you so wish to, you can.
And it's going to be to intimidate them.
And gone. Yeah! We move back to the top of the initiative order. Komek is back up.
Hey.
He's going to attempt to save again.
Hold on. Let me send you a message.
Yeah, sure.
Oh god, I was about to say, if that another nat 20.
Nope.
You got close.
Nope. So he's going to take a pot shot here. That is a miss. No, that's actually nope. That's a hit. That's it. Never mind. I am incorrect. So he will do 4 points of fire damage. Nice. Robot's barely hanging on.
Its EAC is at least 10.
It's 10.
It's 10. Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. So at this moment, you hear. Actually, no, we can't do that. So Ross, is that your name? Is that how you want it pronounced, Ross?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So you were sent down into these tunnels to kind of back up two new hires that have been sent down here. Basically, you today has been sort of an interesting day for you because you've received an invite to go to basically essentially a job interview of all things, right? So you were invited by a man named Rufus, who's a halfling who has kind of introduced you as sort of like, or has kind of gotten in touch with you and inquired as to whether you wanted a job. And when you got there, the situation seemed to have definitely gotten a little bit messy because there was panic, there was everyone kind of running around, and Rufus immediately just asked, "Do you have time right now to do something?" And is offering you 1,000 credits to go down into the depths here and back up two new hires that had just started today. How would you receive this information? How would you feel about this?
Sold. Sounds good. I will take
You're
his
in for
money.
it. You're in for the job. Tell us about yourself a little bit.
So I am a Lashunta. I'm a scholar. My dad kind of is a xenobiologist. We're kind of just trying to reestablish all the knowledge that's been lost throughout the universe. So, big diaspora. Um, Never really been on the homeworld too long. Just kind of been
Yeah.
xenobiologizing and doing stuff, and maybe
Wanting
if
to get
we
out
met.
into the universe and see new forms of life, right?
Exactly, new forms of life, new civilizations, boldly going,
Hmm.
Where no
and
man has gone before.
Fucking
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
green ladies.
you gotta make a buck.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
That's right.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of were sent down into these like tunnels, basically kind of dimly lit. Um, Basically a living complex. There's kind of like a couple of different like transit tunnels, and obviously like this whole complex was intended to house many people. You walk past many apartments and kind of like a subway, what looked like a kind of abandoned subway station, and other such things, and you eventually make it to this door, which just so happens to have just conveniently opened for you again. Um, and yeah, so you come running on in because you hear the gunfight going off. Actually, we're gonna retcon that. One quick thing. You're actually not over here, you're over here. There we go. You're coming in from this, which has just happened to be unsecured.
Can I get can we get the art for that, like the full art, not just the token?
If you click on the character sheets, it's in the profile there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You just double click on that token.
Yeah. Yeah, double click on it and I'll bring up the sheet. Yeah, it's fucking it's Piccolo. It's fucking Piccolo.
Yeah.
Chad Piccolo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like a
pretty much.
linebacker Piccolo. Yeah.
The Lashunta are
God damn,
normally
he's handsome.
human, or like kind of normal
Oh,
human
hi.
skin, but we will absolutely say that this is just you. This is just you.
A
This is
lot of
just
time in
you.
the sun.
18 charisma.
So you come running on in because you hear the gunfire, you hear the sounds of conflict, and as you kind of round the corner and step into this area, you can sort of see what you see here. Like in the shadows, you can kind of see this android who has been described to you. Kind of a Ren, Ren and Vincent, if you kind of want to give yourselves a kind of quick rundown of what you guys look like, feel free.
Yeah, I'm about a 5'11" android.
He has a face?
Mostly mechanical. I think basically the only really human looking thing on him. I mean, he's not like naked or anything. He's kind of got like a jacket on, but mostly the only thing that really looks human is the guy's face.
Yeah.
And he kind of does that exact same look, kind of like looks over his shoulders, like, all right, friend or foe, and he's like, well, all right, well, it's not shooting me in the back, but so he's like,
Second
all right,
friend of foe situation we've had today.
right. And I'm like, okay, and he's gonna look back and focus back on the battle.
Okay.
All right, Vincent. He is
Here.
human. Vincent is human. He lived life on the station, some in areas that had that didn't have as much gravity as others. So he ended up developing like elongated arms a little bit. So he has a longer reach than usual people. He's tall, but he's dexterous as well. He's very agile. He's got slicked back, shoulder length jet black hair. Got roguish stubble beard. Got a dark gray leather jacket with popped collars. 6'3" but lanky, and bluish gray eyes.
Lanky motherfucker.
Very very lanky. Very lanky.
Extreme. Like, if anybody ever watched The Expanse, like you don't have like hollow bones and shit because you grew up in a non-weighted environment.
No. I don't have bird bones.
No bird bones. All right.
So Ross, if you want to go to the encounter or the combat encounters tab in the upper right hand corner, it's right by chat messages.
All right.
If you click on that, right by your name, there's going to be a little dice icon.
All right.
Go ahead and click that and get your initiative on the board.
What you got?
14.
Where are you? Where did you go? Okay, so middle of the road here.
Yeah, basically right in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Comic just went. So yeah, Vincent, right now it's your turn. Ross, your turn will be coming up in a couple rounds or a couple more iterations.
Okay. Is there anything that Vincent can do to help Comac get up and out of that stuff faster?
I'll allow you to. I'll allow you to do your swift action to try to assist him.
Then I'll do that.
Go ahead and give me. What would this be? Give me a. This would probably be more. I don't think it'd be acrobatics.
Strength. I mean, you're trying to yank him out of it, right?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Yeah.
So I have another proposition instead of having to use athletics.
Instead of using my dump stat.
Yes. The adhesive itself, you said, is hardening, right?
Yes.
Probably hard by now.
So what if I start smashing at that to try and give him another roll?
Go ahead and make an attack check.
Make an attack action?
Yeah, attack check with your melee weapon.
Yeah. And remember, we did do it wrong before with it being on strength. It does dex.
Right.
Yeah.
Did we adjust that at all?
I don't believe we did.
You should be proficient.
Excuse me.
Because, yeah, this should be using your dex then.
Let me see. Inventory.
That should be adjusted. Go ahead and give it a try.
I want to go ahead and just swing at it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what it does.
Oh, so close to next one.
You smash through it.
Dang.
He's able to move now. And actually, since you guys share an initiative, I'm going to let him take his movement at that moment. And he's just going to fucking bolt. He's going to bolt and kind of get himself into a better position.
Also, was I started this turn while I was next to him, right?
Yes.
I can bolt too, right?
You still have your movement.
I'm getting the fuck away from this thing.
Oh, come on. He can't even throw grenades. He's harmless now.
Assuming I don't
I know. Yeah, I know.
He still has other guns. He still has other guns.
But pshaw.
Oh. Okay, so that is your turn then. The Archon goes.
Go, Archon,
The
go.
one below is Still alive, right?
Oh,
That
I-
was
Right?
one you shot
yeah,
before.
Yeah,
yeah.
there she's going to do some stuff.
Yeah, they're locked in mortal combat with this goblin
Dun,
who's
dun,
got
dun,
his
dun, dun.
knife just jabbed directly in the chest of this thing.
11.
That is an 11 versus EAC, which matches.
3 damage. Fire.
Done.
It also just occurred to me how Comic is probably going to feel about that as well.
Well,
About
Saving him, like helping
oh
him out.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll see how that rolls, you know.
Tries to kill you.
Okay. So the Archon does still have its movement, but if that moves away, it will incur an attack of opportunity.
well, if it's sharing movement, turns with me. She'll stay.
No, it
She's fine.
goes on
She's
as
fine. Yeah, she's fine. She's fine.
it goes
Blanket,
on its own
yeah.
initiative.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, she'll just stay there.
Okay. This goblin here, yeah, gonna try to fucking. I think it's gonna just drop the knife and try to shoot from point blank.
He missed somehow.
It's a stormtrooper. We're fine.
Right? Oh, maybe.
That's a hit. That's a hit. And that's a kill. The Archon is struck by this laser, and Jen just kind of does the Final Fantasy and vibrates out of existence.
Well done, Talus. You did well.
Hopefully, your Archon's later levels, when they die, can explode. That would be kind of nice. Just a
That'd
living
be kinda
grenade.
nice.
Sweet.
Right. Ross, you're up.
Should have been a dark Akron. Damn it.
So to kind of give you the rundown, you're going to get a movement action, a normal action, and then a swift quote unquote action. So that, and most of the time you won't, unless you have a class feature that can take advantage of the swift, you can't really do much with swift.
Okay.
So it's kind of just like a little side thing that you can do, kind of like a bonus action in D&D, if that makes sense. Not everyone has bonus actions, but some people do. So
All right. So essentially,
yeah, you've
I
got.
can. So from my perspective, I could just basically see Ren.
You can
So,
see Ren. You can hear the clink clanks by
Yeah.
the kind of the wall there. Yep.
Yeah. So I want to head in in that direction toward them.
Okay. Actually, do you have low light vision at all or anything like that in your character?
I don't think my race is low light.
Gotcha. You would have also been given some goggles then, I think, like Stell was. So I'm actually going to give you a little extra low light vision, I think. Here, give me 1 second. Dark vision. Yeah, there we go. That might help you a little bit more, but
If
you're
you'll
still
allow
line
me,
of sight.
if you'll allow me,
Yeah.
as he pulls up next to us,
Yeah.
Vincent's going to turn around and go, and who are you?
I'll be like,
What's
Rufus
up,
sends his regards, gentlemen. I'm your backup.
Took your time.
Just in time.
Okay. Oh, so hold on 1 sec here.
Okay.
Wasn't someone already there?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Vincent was
I
right
can see.
Yeah, the dark kind of makes it a little bit more difficult. Actually, you're getting line of sight blocked at that position, and I don't know why. Oh, well, Vincent is there. So, were you trying to move up into that spot there, or?
I mean, just basically to get into a cover position, and make a plan with these guys how we
Yeah,
want to
sure.
flank our approach.
Gotcha. So you spent your movement then. Would you like to do anything else with your action? Let's see what you got for inventory. You've got your weapon. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to see this this robot over here.
Some spells
So
too. You got
I'm
some
gonna say,
spells going on.
If he clicks on his token, he might be able to change his. That's what I had to do. I had to go change my what I could see with the light.
yeah,
The
I
light
did
vision
toggle
and all
him
that.
to dark vision, but it
Yeah.
still doesn't seem to be
Weird.
quite. Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah,
Yeah, where do I change that?
I'm not worried about it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
You can see, right?
Yeah.
It's not just black
you know,
screen, right?
you know what? I could
No,
just.
I mean, I see some things. Like I can see you.
yeah.
Um,
Oh, I
I
know.
can see where you're shining over there, but I really can't see. Oh, all right. Well,
Is that better
way.
for you? Yeah,
Okay,
we'll just
yeah.
fix it for right now because you should be able to see some of this.
Right.
All right, so yeah, that's what it look like from where I'm at. I have a clear shot, so I don't need to take an action. Maybe just pull out my weapon, arm myself.
Yeah,
Yes.
you certainly can do that.
You got a spell or anything you could use?
He does have spells.
Does have spells.
I could, but from where I'm at, I can't.
I would say you could probably see the goblin, the cheerful one next to Airlo there.
I can
up
see the
there.
goblins by you, but I have some
Yeah.
area of attack spells. I don't really want to upset the balance of what's going on. I don't really know where
Yeah.
things are at
Yeah.
on the battlefield. So
Okay.
a little bit
If
more,
you'd like,
a bit of
you'd like,
caution.
I would allow you to make a perception check to clock the scene and I can tell you what kind of you're able to ascertain at a quick glance.
Okay, for sure. Definitely want to look around the battlefield and see what I can see.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so is that a self roll?
Yeah, you basically just go to your sheet there and then click on the perception skill, and it should give you a little pop up that to kind of ask you want to add any modifiers or anything to it. And you should just be able to click the roll button and.
Oh, gotcha. Perfect.
Yeah, there you go. Privately rolled some dice. What's this private shit?
What?
In the chat pane, is it set to private roll there?
He's got private roll set to default.
Right.
Oh yeah, it's right above the chat. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, just adjust it to public roll and try again.
I'm only gonna roll to the GM. He's the only one who can see my rolls.
I can't even see it.
You don't even
So
see what I'm doing. Ooh.
Someone got Spectrum going.
17. There we go.
Nice.
That's more
Should
like
have had a
it.
seizure.
All right. So, quick glances. Right next to you, you got these three. Komek here, the Vesk. It looks like he's kind of breaking off some this like chunky green crap that he's all covered with. And he's just kind of scrambling for cover at the moment. Same with Vincent there. Ren looks like he's been capping off on the other side and firing. As you look across the way, you see this vaguely angelic looking figure, kind of, with a shield and a fucking like pipe or some shit, who's just beating at goblins.
A lead pipe. Yes, a lead pipe.
It's the only lead pipe of Afternoon.
Yep. And these goblins who are dropping, but like you can hear more noises kind of deeper into the complex. You suspect there might be more goblins kind of scurrying around or trying to look for advantage or trying to recover from this. And then of course you do see across the way this fucking like awful looking robot. Well, it doesn't look like it should realistically ever function, but somehow is, and is just kind of, it's got guns extended and is just firing right now.
Great.
So that's sort of the scene right now. You do kind of, a lot of the extra chatter you hear is coming from kind of like this corner over here. But yeah, that's sort of what you got right now.
All right. So I suggest we try and flank these guys before they regroup on us.
Can Airlo have this?
I don't think you probably can. You're 20 feet away.
Yeah, you probably could. I mean,
Yeah, or I can engage.
Yell it real loud.
Don't be quick to me.
mm-hmm.
No,
I mean, whatever you want to do with your action, you can. You still have your action to spend.
All right. So passive. Yeah. I mean, just get into like into an Overwatch position. Just try
Okay.
to cover the guys already there.
Okay, sounds good. You could do kind of like a held action. Like if something happens, you'll act.
Like a react. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called a held action. We know your action, like later on, if something happens, you can spring it immediately. It's pretty neat,
Yep.
actually.
Yeah.
Gaten, on your side, are you still seeing the end turn for Cheerful Space Goblin?
I'm
I'm not.
sure. I didn't
Okay.
advance it yet.
Okay, I'm like, I'm not seeing it in advance, and I'm like, oh, okay. Thought it was something on my end.
Okay. With that turn done, then we're going to move to the scrap bot now,
You scrap bot.
and I think it's going to hold position right there, and well, probably Ren. Ren's the closest.
No, don't do it.
Take a pot shot at you, Ren.
Hey, at least you can't throw grenades at us.
This is true. Does a 16 hit you?
16 does hit me.
All right. Damage. Just 2 points of damage to you.
Oh God, no.
I'm going to have to punch you guys harder. That's clearly what the game is selling me.
I like it automatically does it, like unlike D&D Beyond where you got to do it yourself.
Oh, I'm doing it myself.
Oh, you are?
Oh,
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
You
shit.
can. Like, one cool thing you could do is, see, the reason I'm doing it manually is I'm not, because it goes off of targeting, right? If you guys started using select targets, you could right click on the damage value and apply and select the apply option.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So
fair enough.
That would automate it, but that would require that we're, doing it. Yeah. And honestly, it's just easier for me to just adjust it.
It's not too bad. 2 points. I'll survive. It is like, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. You
Damage.
basically, bullets whiz by you, and you kind of duck behind just in time before you take a serious hit.
He says the worst thing you can say to another robot is that you get damage nominal. It's basically emasculated fucking robot.
Unamused is going to make another attempt at that engineering check. It's trying right now. Actually, I should probably have been using computers, but whatever, doesn't matter.
Nah.
There we go. All right. You hear that whirring sound come up again, and then towards this corner right here, an opening in the wall, kind of like a little like pinpoint prick, just kind of, and a turret or like a little gun turret pulls out and starts shooting at which one? It's going to be, well, we got 4 targets nearby. Ross, I'm sorry, buddy.
It's like, what the fuck, man? I just got here.
Right? Yeah, I'm just here.
Oh fuck! And there's another nat 20.
Yeah, I'm just gone.
Yeah, it's like, well, for a little bit.
Oh my God!
They don't hit that hard right now, so you're good.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
shit.
5 damage.
You take 5 points of stamina damage.
Oh man!
As this turret just kind of,
I am so sorry.
and so you're able to, again, you kind of scramble away and you get out of the line of sight of it because you're just about at the cutting point there. So you kind of duck back. We're just out of its firing arc's range, just in time. I don't know what the fuck is happening, boys.
My leg.
You're rolling good. That's what's happening.
My leg.
Ren, you're up.
Does Red, I don't know, does a quick look around and he sees the turret and he's like, his brain starts going into overdrive and he's like, he tries to look for a panel within 30 feet of him. Any kind of computer panel.
Say there's one right here. Kind of right next to it, to be fair.
Perfect. He's going to go ahead and roll a computers check. Or would you consider that more engineering? He's basically
Either
going to
one
try
of
and hack.
Honestly,
gonna
either
hack
one of them would be fine with me.
All right.
Honestly,
Okay. Well, that's a nat 1 plus
Oh
11. That's a 12.
no!
you
So
you
okay,
race over there, and you
I don't even need.
immediately,
I don't even
like,
need to move.
your cousin.
With
Oh yeah, so
with
basically
my
you kind
kit,
of like
whatever.
interact with, you pull up your specialized comm link and just kind of start doing the kind of a neural interface sort of deal,
Yeah.
kind of trying to interact with it. And then once you kind of hit the like login screens and you start trying to bypass
Fucking
those,
ads.
you see, like, yeah, it's sort of like 5 different pop-ups with a laughing goblin face.
Yeah.
And
God
then
damn
you just see
spyware.
like the script in Goblin going, "Get out of my system," and you're shut out of that. Yep, you didn't say the magic word.
Like, motherfucking goblins and their spyware, ransomware shit.
Yeah, their systems should not work, but they do.
Okay.
And I'm going to call that the end of your turn, just because
That's
of
fine.
the one.
Yep.
Airlil, you're up.
Can he duck? Does he use a movement?
Oh yeah, you can.
All right. So I don't know. I'm already, I guess, behind cover, but he's good.
Yeah, you're taking cover, so
Yeah, I'll take
you'll take an extra +2 to hit you.
Cool. Okay. Right back.
What you got, Erla?
Dar, you're muted.
Oh, so Erlo's gonna walk up, and he's just gonna hit it with a pipe because I have no
Yeah.
spells left. There's no spells. I got
Lay
nothing.
pipe.
Lead
You're
pipe
gonna lay
for
pipe.
the win.
A cast lead pipe.
That's yeah, switch settings there.
12 is a match. Roll your damage.
That is 8.
They're down.
That's for
So-
the Akron.
And drops.
That's for the Archon. And there's just a little bit of blood on the end of the pipe. And he just kind of looks over at the robot and everyone else. He says, "So what's the plan? Am I going in?"
Feel free to respond, guys.
No, wait, what was? I didn't catch that. What was that?
I said, "You, Big Green. What's the plan? Am I going in?"
Big Green.
You're welcome.
Oh, indeed.
You got a nickname the entire campaign now.
What's up, Big Green?
Oh man.
Did you want to spend your movement at all, Dar?
Oh,
In character. That's good. That's good.
I gotta wait for I gotta wait for what Ross is gonna tell me. What's the plan?
Already broke. Didn't take long.
Oh,
I'm just sucking wind right now.
oh, shit. Well, get me up if I go down. 5, 10, 15. 2. I can do this. I don't want to do that though. I'm gonna go to here.
Okay.
I can't see shit.
The door is secured right there, and you kind of see like you're not really familiar with these newfangled doors that slide open and close like fucking crazy. But you do see the red light right by the this like weird like flashing pad.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not familiar with this technology, so
Is a swift action just like? Does he want to do that?
swift actions would require a feature of some kind
Okay,
ordinarily.
All right, so then
Because otherwise,
stop there.
swift actions would be changing grips and dropping prone.
Because I don't think I have anything. I don't think I have anything I can use. That's gonna. Everything's standard action for me in one round. So yeah, then Erlo's just gonna start. Oh, I can't see shit, so I'm gonna move myself on top of this guy real quick because it's all the lighting.
Yeah, he's down. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
He's up.
technically he's one to the
Just
left.
step on his corpse.
He's one to the left, but
Desecrate him.
Flame, are you sure you want to wait
Right.
till afterwards, or you want to jump in on this?
Hmm?
Flame.
I'm good.
Okay, all right. Making
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Making sure. I want you to-
Whatever boss man tells me.
Oh, we're almost done with the combat here, so we've mostly wrapped this up. Just got a last few moments here. Komek here. He's going to he's going to move in front of Ren to try to give you some cover, and then he's going to fire at Scrapbot. Yeah, that's just going to straight up hit, and that's going to straight up do that. So his arc pistol or his laser pistol takes another direct hit right into the center of this thing, and the Scrapbot is beginning to severely malfunction. It's holding up one gun and it's just barely holding on. Vincent, you're up.
All right. Vincent is going to take off at a sprint over here up against
Okay.
this wall. And he is going to. Let me see. Let me see what would be the best option here. Let's see. It doesn't show me the damage on it. Just for ease, I'm just going to go ahead and use the numbing beam again.
Numbing me? Okay. Go ahead and take a shot.
Ooh, that looks so much like a 4. Looks like it's gonna pirouette and just stay there.
It was
Roll your
10,
damage.
so I'm pretty certain I hit.
Yep, roll your damage. 3 points. And with that last hit, you're able to kind of freeze the power source of this thing, some dinky ass crystal that's chipped already, and the scrap bot, once that's hit, it just powers all the way down.
With the end of that, real quick, want to thank. Hey, Sonny, you there?
You don't hear anything at this moment. There's kind of brief something is garbling the connection down here. You'll note, however, that we are not done with combat quite yet. Ross, you're up.
All right. So is the entrance to the south where that turret is?
What was that?
Door? So the turret that fired on me, is that then that's like that southwest
In that
corner?
corner right there. Yep.
Okay. So pretty much everybody else is exposed to this turret as well.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm kind of hidden.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
mostly safe over there.
I think.
Well, yeah. Well, everybody
I forgot
else.
about it. I forgot about the turret, to be honest.
Yeah. So as people are taking cover
Forgot
behind this
about a
wall,
face.
they're very
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ, you people.
Yeah, to be honest, I forgot about the turret. Otherwise, I would have ended up coming over here.
There was no token. I'm
Honestly,
gonna blame the DM. DM's fault somehow.
Solid move. You took out the scrap bot, And really on the field, there's only one other goblin left. But you'll note that they're kind of manning the controls right now.
Oh, they're manning. Oh, yeah, they are too. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Also, the other the other two goblins on the screen, like they're dead or incapacitated.
This one, these two are marked as dying right now. So if you did want to, be an altruistic hero, you could certainly do something with that. There is one knocked out one inside there, but there's this one left that some of you can see. I think
I
you
can't
know
see
it's
him.
there for sure.
I can't see him, but not sure which one.
Well, yeah, from your angle, there's that door is closing it off.
Okay.
That's a solid door, not a barred door.
Got it.
All right. So what's your move, Russ?
All right, so I'm gonna focus on the turret and
Yep.
actually, be the adult in the room. So let me move up.
Okay.
I win. And
30 feet from that.
you know what? I'll use a spell action just to drive
Our
it
first
through.
spell other than Dar's summons.
There you go.
Yeah. So let me.
What spell are you using?
Let me cast Junk Shards and just target that that area of the turret.
Damn, son. Okay. It's a reflex save, huh? Well, a turret. What's a turret going to have for a reflex save? Like
Yeah,
fucking
right.
nothing.
One.
Yeah, I don't think it's really going to have a chance. So I'll have you just roll damage. Roll your 3d6. So basically, the spell summons large, sharp fragments of technological junk that just fly towards the target. Deal 3d6 piercing and slashing damage.
You hit it with 5 Nokia cell phones.
Yeah, basically.
It just destroys it.
Sharpened to an edge.
Sharpened to an edge. Oh, that's a cool die.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
That's
fancy.
neat. I can't read it, but that's neat.
I think that's a 3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a
too
3.
dumb to read it, but it's great.
Roll 2 more of those. Although, why you got a +3 on that? That's weird.
Oh, because I thought if I hit 3, it would roll 3 at once.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, if you click the die 3 times, it should roll it.
Gotcha. All right, let me do that again then. There it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh man, I want
1,
to stay
2.
On Can we leave them on there permanently?
That's enough. That's enough damage to bust the turret. That's 100% fine. So,
can we leave them on longer?
Nokia phone just smash into it.
Just like melted plasma in the walls.
Yep.
At that noise, Vincent spins around. And, oh right, there was a turret there.
Yeah, turret's not there anymore.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
What's a turret?
Why are you dying, Dar?
Ren initiates Hi-Fi protocol.
Oh no, you're not dying. Okay.
I'm not dying.
So behind the doors, you just hear this goblin. Ren would understand the words, basically meaning "fuck," as the turret smashes, and then what?
Ren yells back, language.
It's actually his turn, and that unamused space goblin is unamused and running. So he vanishes back into the open door that's in that little room. So he just vamooses, and that's the end of the combat.
What is the mechanic in regards to if you knock somebody out with a knockout ray, 3 rounds and then they kind of wake back up, or they're just out for the entire combat?
They're out for a while. I
think that's like OP for stun. You're like, all right, I just need to stun every round. I just need to hit, and then they're done.
If you're doing non-lethal damage, you still have to take them out.
See, the thing
you still have to run them out of HP.
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was that you guys had done enough damage to it already that it didn't have much HP, so one shot took it down.
Got it. So I always said, it's like, dude, you should have hit the freaking robot with your stun gun. That thing would have been dead. But that makes more sense. You got to actually use up all the hit points. Got it. All right.
And you all are kind of left to your devices. Oh, wow, that's creepy sounding. Not exactly what I want. That's good enough.
All right, well then,
I'm going to remove your light, though, Dar.
Yeah, that's
one thing I forgot to do.
Say goodbye to it.
I gotta turn mine on because fun.
So yeah, as the dust sort of settles and kind of an eerie calm settles over the area, you all kind of collect yourselves and.
So Vincent immediately starts walking towards Erlil. Well, when Erlil gets done moving around.
I can't
Yeah,
move
I
my
see.
tokens. I can't move my token over those tokens. I gotta go around. I can't get to the
Yeah.
door either.
Well, I can move you over
Yeah,
if
move
you
me over
want.
there.
Did
Just
you
move
want
it.
to fly
Yeah,
over?
yeah, fly me over there.
Whee!
Oh, I'm on the wrong.
Fly me to the moon
Yeah.
base.
Let me play.
Oh God, it's
You know
small.
what? No, that's not the first thing that's going to happen. I was wrong. The
Okay.
first thing that's going to happen is that okay, how many? You know what? He's just going to walk
Mhm.
uh up here.
Star flies over. He instantly walks away. I'm like, yeah, okay, what?
You
Do
might
I
have to
Token
go like.
do I
collide. Token
smell bad?
collide. Token
It's like,
collide.
yes, you came from another world. You smell horrible.
There you go. So you're moving to the door over here.
Yeah, yeah, that's the plan.
Okay. This door was not locked by the robot when it passed, so you can definitely open it. And there's your knocked out goblin right there.
Okay, he's going to bend down and check on him real quick.
Okay. Unconscious, still breathing. Goblin has kind of there's that junk laser thing it has and a little knife. This one has or had like a little tablet with it, kind of looks probably a fucking Amazon Kindle, some shit. Or the equivalent thereof.
He,
It doesn't look like it's well put together for sure. It definitely looks much like most space goblin tech. It doesn't look like it should really function.
all right, so he's gonna head over here and check on these guys outside on the ledge. You said they're dying and not dead, right?
Yeah. You move over there and you immediately hit the door.
Yeah, they want to go through.
Okay. Make me an engineering check.
Let's see. If this doesn't work, he's gonna use the pistol.
Okay.
Let's see.
And
Engineering.
Airlil, you floated across the way.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Comic kind of dusts himself off real quick, and then kind of tentatively has the gun lowered, but he's not going at ease with you quite yet. It's like, identify yourself.
Erlil.
Is that a name? Is that a title?
It's a name. What are your names and designations?
I am Comic.
Comac.
He kind of holsters the gun, but kind of keeping a hand is kind of ready towards his axe just in case.
Erlil takes his baton or
His lead pipe.
his pipe, I guess.
Pipe
He
at this point.
He
Yeah.
does like he goes to put it on his back. He lets it go, and then it drops to the ground. And he kind of looks back.
All the way down, like 100 stories down. Ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You hear very, very faint.
It
You hear very,
drops
very
on the
faint.
edge, and then clang, and then it kind of topples over. And so for the next 20 seconds, you just hear clang, 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 clang.
Well, there goes the stealth option.
Sorry, I'm a little
Very
discombobulated right now.
faintly. Go ahead.
What are you gonna say?
Nothing. Go ahead.
I know one name.
So-
what are the others?
Yeah, Vincent, you aren't able to bypass the door, so you just start shooting.
Yeah, he's gonna use the lethal one that does. So he's gonna start shooting it.
You start blasting
There goes
all
your
at
stealth
the
right there,
panel.
Metal Man.
And eventually, the door does kind of and you're able to kind of shove it open.
All right, then he's gonna run over here and then check on these two.
They got burns. They've got a lot of burns from the blasts. This one definitely, or the cheerful one here, has got definitely some big bruises. They're not in great shape. If they're left unattended, they will die. But if you wanted to patch them up, you could.
I'm gonna do what I can.
Okay. Give me a
Medicine.
I can't.
yeah, medicine check.
Character.
Fuck.
Okay. Yeah, the damage is pretty severe. You're without like equipment, you probably wouldn't be able to save them.
All right. So Vincent's going to head back inside. Move on to somebody else while I check my inventory for stuff.
Absolutely. So back over at the other scene there.
And who are you two?
Name's Red.
Ren. And?
Red and Ross.
Red and Ross, best
buds.
Ross, nice to meet you all.
The speaker then retracts and he's like, just play the theme song. It goes back.
You probably do have a little Bluetooth speaker or whatever the fuck that you just fire on whenever.
He just opens his mouth and it's like, that's Fred.
Well, I have a question. Where are we?
About 13 levels down.
From where?
The surface, dumbass.
Of what?
Absalon Station? Are you? Did you hit your head on the way in here?
I feel like I may have at this point, yes.
Yeah, you don't look like you're a local. You're a little bit too, well, to say it bluntly, clean.
Little shiny.
You're a little. You're shining more on. I did kind of notice the glow. I haven't quite figured it out. He's like, eyes are flashing code or whatever. He's all like, okay, I'm not sure what's going on here.
He does stand out, Comex says.
Erlo kind of reaches back and grabs a wing. He's like, why are they still here? And he just kind of flicks them back, like, make it tight as he can. You know?
Comic kind of gives you an eye and like, have you seen anything strange down here? Any sort of, well, wait. If you don't know what where here is, everything must seem strange.
I can tell you where there was. And Erlo kind of points over at the pipe. If you go up that pipe, you'll find a church. I was accosted by 6 specters. And one guy who really wanted to get high.
Okay.
Comic nods.
Tell me it's some interdimensional punch, man. I need
that might be what we're looking for. So where did you come from then?
I don't know. I awoke here and I can't remember a damn thing.
Comic looks over at Ren and Vincent. What do you think?
Vincent's still up in the other area.
Oh yeah, right. Ren and Ross. Then you're right. Sorry, my brain's already frying.
So is he getting a cut of the bounty?
Ren's already walked towards the robot and he's like, nope.
Comic rolls his eyes a little bit and then says, no, I think everyone's getting their own cut. Not him, points at Erlil. Although, maybe you should meet the boss. I don't know. This is beyond my pay grade. Is there anything to smash? And Comic starts going off in this direction.
Does your boss have anything called clothing?
I mean, you're not naked, are you?
Oh, he's naked. He's got a cloak on and a
Okay.
labrum. He's naked.
Goddamn, cover
That's all
yourself.
he's got. He's like,
Okay,
go ahead. Sorry.
Go for it.
I'm good now.
Okay, what are you doing?
I was saying, so I don't have anything in my inventory, but would you allow me to have something akin to zip ties?
Yeah.
All right, then he's going to zip tie.
In fact, I think they were worth a credit each. There's literally something in there that's basically zip ties.
So if you will allow that, I'm going to use some zip ties to zip tie this guy's hands together. And
done.
By looking at him, about how heavy do you think it is?
The goblin?
Yes.
They're smaller. They're like, I would say 60 to 80 pounds. You know? Basically the size of a large dog, you know?
So he's going to take and try and do a fireman's carry with that goblin right there.
They're called binders, Baden. Binders.
Yeah, binders. That's what it is. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, you can absolutely have them. They're so cheap, it doesn't fucking matter.
But yeah, I'm wanting to attempt a fireman's carry
Yeah,
this
that's fine.
this goblin.
Not
All
even
right.
going to make you roll for it. That's 100% fine. Are you taking him with you, or what's your plan?
He's my best
Plan
friend.
is to come over here to where that goblin ended up running inside.
Gotcha. Okay, so if you head over there, is anyone else going to join you?
I'll go real
Do you
quick.
want to communicate this?
Bear back and I'll let the dog back in.
Brent's just he's gonna look up from the robot and just kind of like
Oh, actually, I'm
shake
fine.
his head.
I'm fine.
He's like, why are we saving goblins? They're gonna kill you. That wakes up, but okay, but you do you. Don't endanger the mission. If you endanger the mission, I'm taking your cut.
Okay, well,
Comac,
first off,
Comac
in
will
character.
accompany you.
This is in
Yeah.
character. Okay, well, first off, they also have lives.
Yeah, they also
Yeah.
are a scourge on the station and tried to kill us.
We relocate them.
Okay, I'm not going to get into a philosophical, altruistic debate with you right now. He's going to try to see if he can do an engineering roll to see if there's anything useful on the memory stick of this robot.
Okay. Go ahead and give me.
What do you want to do? Like
Computers check.
Computers
Let's do
check.
computers on this one.
Okie doke.
And then
By the way, that was in character.
Yeah,
That was in character.
I got it.
I'm just clarifying.
We got it.
That was in
we
character.
got it. Don't worry, I know.
17.
17. As you kind of jack into like the existing, equipment that the scrapbot had. It
feels
got,
dirty with the ports all. You had to clean it with a Q-tip.
Oh yeah, you definitely
God.
are going to have to do a full antivirus
Uh-huh.
clean after this shit. You feel kind of dirty connecting
Face Norton.
to it. Look, it's got kind of a goblin OS, which definitely is
shocking.
gross.
Goblin.exe.
It's definitely kind of like hobbled together from a couple of different open source projects and shit like that, But you're able to kind of connect to it, and it's got some rudimentary data storage. It looks like it was intended as sort of a defense unit, and it actually has a couple of cool extra grenades in there and such. As you're able to unlock that, I'll give you. Give me one sec.
Sure.
You can put a sticky bomb grenade onto your sheet. There's one more of those left.
How do I add things to?
Already added.
Cool. Thank you, sir.
Already added, and then you'll also get this semi-automatic pistol that it was using for the guns.
How do you tell what die it rolls? Like, is it a D6, D4?
Yeah, it's a little tricky. So, like, if you click the damn thing, a weapon.
Yeah. Because it gives me the small arms analog, one-handed, not equipped, proficient, activate 30 feet, but it doesn't give you
If you click the edit item button, it'll kind of tell you a bit more too. You could also do a test run too as well, and just equip it, and then click the attack and damage button. But the edit will give you everything. You go into details, scroll down. There's fields for what it does.
Interesting.
It looks like that one's a 1d6, and it's ranged against KAC.
Yeah, attack roll bonus 6. 1d6. Yeah, that's way down the base. Good lord, they didn't make that difficult to find. Okay,
no,
cool.
It's not. Real quick, Vincent. I'm going to switch scenes briefly so you can kind of see what you're looking at. So we'll activate this guy.
1 second.
And Vincent, you and
Hi, girl.
Can't see anything. Oh god.
There we go. You guys you should be able to see through Vincent's eyes here.
Yeah, I see Vincent. Whatever Vincent's seeing, that's what I see.
Yeah. So you kind of leads. Basically, you go down another tunnel that this tunnel is definitely there's a lot of signs of goblin tinkering down this hall.
So as we're heading into the doors, and heading through the doors, Vincent looks over to Comac. There is another goblin in here that ran off. We are taking it with us. Do not kill it.
Telling the Klingon. Okay.
He gives you a look.
Or I guess we could say Gorn. They're both pretty violent species.
You're in charge.
He is in charge.
To clarify, I plan to relocate them somewhere else.
Don't have to explain. Sorry, you don't have to explain your logic to me.
All right,
You're in charge of the mission.
let's find this missing goblin.
So you go down the hall a little bit, go down, and you kind of see towards the end here. You should be able to, yeah. Well, you can't really see through there. If you get closer, you will be able to. You kind of see like this really garbagey looking sort of room, but you see a tunnel towards the back, and you see kind of like some red beady eyes through the back in the back there, kind of shining and watching carefully.
He's going to snap his fingers and hit in its direction and point to the floor, to the ground next to him,
Okay.
to him, to Vincent. As in, like,
Okay.
I'm here now.
And then the claws, they just start coming.
You hear a whir of like a weapon charging up, and then and it's going to give us a different kind of goblin. So it's the same goblin. Just keep that in mind.
God, now they're zombies. Another zombie goblin.
And he kind of steps out.
Range fucking animals, man.
Weapons out, but he's not firing.
Reach for the sky.
It's drunk space goblin. That's funny.
Vincent is going to point to the goblin, then motion, come. And then going to point
And then
out to the hall, outside towards the direction where the exit is.
To the execution.
He's going to make a direction as in leave. We're leaving. Come with me is what he's trying to get across.
Diplomacy. I like what you're doing, but we got to do the check.
That's fine. Which is unfortunate because my diplomacy is.
I know.
Hot garbage.
He wants to save anyone, but he can't make him do it.
So you're not able to really get your intent. He kind of gets the idea that you want him to come closer. What he does in response, as his gun is up, he gestures and then kind of motions like he's laying down weapon, and then kind of regrips. But his arm is also going lower, like.
Okay. Comac, be ready just in case.
Comac snorts.
He's like in cave.
He's gonna put his weapon down.
Yeah.
Headshot.
And he lays down his weapon as well, and then.
And he motions to come, and then points towards the hallway.
Comac also he holsters his weapons, but he does not relinquish.
Yeah, that's fair. And that he also is going to say that he's going to put his hand out to the goblin that's just coming out. But he's going to slowly reach back down to put his weapon away. So just no quick movements, and then
towards the back, you see two other goblins kind of like shuffle out of the hallway, and they've got their kind of weapons at the ready, but they're not advancing further.
And then he's gonna gesture again, just grander this time. Instead of just that arm, he's just going full arm and like, come on.
Okay, yeah. So he starts moving closer, kind of waiting for you. He's keeping distance, absolutely.
Comac, keep an eye on them, and then with that, Vincent's going to start moving forward.
Comac takes a couple steps back and goes kind of into this like side hall there.
Oh, it's that side hall right there. Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll switch back over to the main scene here. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
God,
All
dogs
right.
and Buster.
We'll
What?
drop this guy back out
Go
here.
dogs.
Okay.
Where you go tonight? It'll be delicious.
Okay.
Waiting for him to break out fish and loaves of bread. Come to me, for I'm Vincent. Space Jesus.
You guys just sitting off the corner like, look at this fucker.
I was like,
So
no one.
Is
out
this,
of
is this
out of character, real
customary
quick.
in your lands?
So real quick, out of character, Vaden.
Yeah.
Seeing as the origins of my character, because he did end up having to be on the streets there for a little while, because of his background.
Yeah.
He would know of a place where he could drop off. Like,
I was about to say, I'm like, where are you taking these goblins?
yes, exactly. People that would take.
Because you should know. I mean, if you
It's
know
our new
anything about
posse,
goblins,
boys. It's our new posse.
Well, okay,
is
so
they've set up a home base here. So taking them saying, "Oh, okay, I'm going to take you away," I'm like, "No, this is our home here."
So basically,
This is ours.
how this initially plays out is the goblin steps out in this room and sees his friend, and he immediately runs over there. He checks, sees is okay, notes the binds, and then kind of moves out, and then kind of just stops paying attention to you for a second, and rushes to check his comrades here, and he looks up tentatively at you,
And
then gestures back behind you. Point.
out of character. What is point what?
He's pointing at the goblins that are down on the floor, and then he's pointing behind you to that hallway that you just came from, and then giving you a death stare like,
Yeah, seeing that he just has a mournful look on his face.
it's not mournful necessarily, it's
No.
No, he's giving him. Vincent is giving him. Sorry,
like
I
Vincent
killed your friend.
is showing emotion. Like he didn't want this. Is basically, I guess, the vibe he's trying to give off. He didn't want this.
Erlo's gonna turn around and he's gonna ask, like, I have a question. Is this place frequented often?
Most people don't go down to the goblin levels for this exact reason.
Okay, and secondly, do they understand what we say?
No, they're goblins. You gotta speak goblin. I mean, do you know how to speak goblin? I can speak goblin.
and then you just hear a chatter back. What the fuck did you say? From this guy.
So, real quick
Erlo's
question.
Yeah.
Quick question. Was Vincent able to hear Ren say that about that he knows
100%.
Goblin? That he knows
Yes.
Goblin.
100%.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Vincent kind of.
We went over this in the briefing there, Vincent, at the very beginning when we were in the office.
You guys actually didn't cover that, so.
Oh, I know.
It's fair. It's fair.
Yeah, so Vincent at that stiffens.
Okay.
Okay.
Goblin looks over and he kind of like shouts at you, Ren. What? Tell your friend I want to take my friends to my home so we can treat him. Can we do that?
Yeah, you can follow him. The Vincent guy, the character, he's going to try and lead you into a new home. So follow him or stay out of our way.
We don't need that.
I know. He doesn't understand.
Erlo's gonna be like, get me up to speed a second. And he's gonna...
Hold on one second. Hold on.
How about
and
this?
Like, right.
How about this?
Okay.
As long as they
He
promise...
nods.
How about this? How about if they promise to do no harm to anyone, and they can stay here, and maybe there'll be a new type of goblin or something.
They're not going to do
And
that.
then you don't have to rehome them because they like it here, but as long as they don't do any damage to anything, then it's fine. If not, we come back and we kill them all. Simple.
We have a parlay right now because we are shown strength and we are stronger than them. If we want to actually change any behavior, we got to go talk to their chief. They don't have any. They're just like drones. They're going to do whatever they're told. If they're told to guard, they're going to guard.
You get a message at that moment, Ren.
Yeah. Oh, finally got signal again. What the fuck?
You get a brief communication, and it's just a little like instant message, basically, with a little goblin profile face, and it says, "Hey, fuck you. I understand common too. We're not drones."
Hey, fuck you.
And,
I
and
know
then
more
you
about
look
your.
up, and
Man,
this
I
goblin
think
has
you're
his
not. I
tablet,
don't think you know
and
even
he's
anything about these people. I
tapping
think you know
away,
less than I
and
do.
he's looking at you, and just kind of like,
He looks back and he just mass DDoSes his fucking system and just sends him like 12 million messages, all with a middle finger. Fuck you.
What
Go
is
ahead, roll
this?
me
What
computers.
is
Go ahead
this
and roll me
even?
computers check.
Oh, please, Lovey. Yes, that'd be sweet. I don't want to take too much time. I just thought that was funny. Come
But then he
on,
kind of
good
moves
roll.
over, looks over at Vincent. Again, gestures, since Ren hasn't done it yet.
19.
Goblins. And then kind of makes a gesture like moving.
He's
Back.
yes.
He runs past you. What was your check there?
19.
Grindy? 19. Oh, yeah, you're able to get into his system, absolutely.
I mean, it's just flavor text, but it's funny.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you just hear this like screech as he's running down the hall, and you're pretty sure it's targeted towards you.
It's a green screen of death.
A few minutes pass, and well, hold on here.
Do we have taverns
Well,
here?
before he goes, he's taking pretty much everything he wanted to off this robot, so he wants to ensure that they can't use it for another murder drone. So he's gonna toss it over the edge.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This goblin
Vincent was wanting to
returns.
keep that.
No robot.
This goblin kind of returns with two others. They are unarmed, and they immediately just kind of rush over and start pulling these guys out, essentially.
Okay.
So they kind of run over and then start bringing these guys kind of out of the area.
Do you think he wants to start a cult, Ross?
Then they return. Then the goblin moves up to Vincent.
I am the Goblin King.
And
where's my cod
extends
piece?
his hand.
I love it.
The goblin steps right up to you and extends his hand.
Yeah, hey, Vincent. Yeah.
I don't. And then makes a bolt again.
I'm sorry.
And he runs down the hall and
And
vanishes. He does take his other friend too.
Ren, now that I know you can speak Goblin, what
dude,
did they
we're not
say?
even in the same. We're not in the same room.
No,
Right?
you guys are. You can hear each other.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
There's only bars
It's off
separated.
screen, so I didn't see him. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, you're
Cool.
fine. You're fine.
He's like, what? You're not new. I clearly am a class 5 mechanoid automaton. You know I can speak all these languages.
Are you a protocol droid too?
I don't know. I was trying to think of all right, so just
Can I
rambling
roll
of
an insight
technical
to call
words.
him on his bullshit?
Yeah, roll sense motive. Go over it.
Yeah, because he's clearly not a robotic humanoid.
And then
They seem like trouble.
Comac returns.
13.
13?
13.
I'm not
he might be
sure
fucking
he's a
with you.
robot.
You're not sure.
I speak all the
I think he
languages.
might be fucking with you, but you're not certain.
I mean, maybe. You're right.
But yeah,
I only know Goblin. That's it. That's all I've learned.
So,
Common and Goblin.
To speed things along a little bit, just so we kind of give Flame a chance to answer.
Seriously, right?
Yeah, so you basically have a chance to kind of like
ride home, dog.
Oh, as long as I don't mean to, make you sit there for hours without doing anything. I'm sorry, bud.
No, you good, man.
He's vibing. He's vibing right now.
He's like, I got a camera on. I'm just gonna take a
I'm
nap.
not
And just
even
wake
on
me
this
up.
plane
And
of
we're gonna go.
existence right now, brother. I'm not even here. Don't you worry.
Actually, before we progress real quick, I just need to check on my dog because I haven't seen him. He's probably doing some shit, so give me 1 second.
All right.
Have sweet peace. Could you quit whacking everything with your fucking tail?
No.
Yes.
Her tail curls up just perfectly so that when she stands underneath my desk, she knocks over shit that's sitting on my desk. It's annoying as shit. And she's just being a sweet little love bug that's wagging her tail. She doesn't mean to, but it's annoying as shit. Good girl.
You know, one of the things about this chick too,
Hmm.
like I like her so much that I don't even care like if it doesn't get like I do. I would prefer for it to get romantic, like actual having relationship interest. But
Yeah.
barring that, I would still just like
You're
to be friends with
interested in having a deeper relationship, but even if that doesn't happen, you're still happy with the relationship that you have with her.
her. Yeah, like I
The
could
friendship
even
alone
if
is valuable.
the friendship alone is valuable. She's a type
Which
of
is,
person that I definitely want to know, and that I definitely fucking respect.
yeah,
That
which goes
strength,
a long
that
way in a
confidence,
relationship because,
that strength, that confidence, I respect the shit out of that.
yeah, in what I've from my experience, being friends with your lover, for lack of better term, is a really strong backbone to throw into a relationship, as it helps a lot with like day-to-day life, because if you're friends with somebody, you're capable of being around them more often. If you're just romantically inclined, it's I love you, but do I like you?
Yeah. Man, my edibles good, man. I'm high right now.
The tincture is doing me good. The tincture is doing me good.
Oh, I know.
Oh, you know.
I know. What does Vincent look like? And there were just 3 seconds of just solid stare of like he has a face. Wait, holy shit.
I was caught off guard so bad. I did not see it coming.
That's what she said. Pretty good Friday night as Friday nights go, just in general. Having fun.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
Wish work wasn't such fucking dog shit earlier.
Yeah,
I was out for like 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, and made about like $35.
that sucks.
Like, yeah, it was terrible today.
Yeah. They actually like 10-15, they fucking called me like, "Hey, can you come into work tonight?" Under any other circumstances, I would fucking jump up and go because I need the fucking overtime. But after having worked 4 days, I'm tired.
Yeah.
It was just a wholly physically and mentally exhausting week altogether. And I finally get to sit down and enjoy some fucking
Yeah, you don't want to ruin it. You want to just chill out for a night.
tabletop. Yeah. If
Ah,
they called me on Sunday, I'd be like, "Fuck yeah!" But
well, it's also like, I just enjoy even though it's not my turn, I enjoy just, watching it happen. Fun campaign
yeah,
for me.
yeah, I just been along for the ride, dog.
That's right.
Vibing. Vibing.
You're muted.
Shit.
So,
We're just
where
here for
did
the
they
vibe, man.
disappear to? Where did they disappear to?
So the goblins, they went down that hallway, and then they there was a little tunnel, kind of a vent, basically, kind of looked like that they're using as sort of an entrance to whatever their actual lair is. They've been, yeah, from what you can kind of gather after the fact, they've been kind of spreading into these corridors and in this particular complex to kind of, well, there's all this space here and all this random shit and all these different apartments that they can use. Why not? In Goblin, they're going to their home. They don't want your pox blankets reservation. Oh, damn. That's good. That's good. God damn.
You're trying to do the right thing. You're just trying. I mean,
And now they're all infected. Good job. Good job.
Jesus.
But yeah, so you kind of you do kind of a quick cursory kind of scout out of like the different apartments and things here, the quarters that they seem to be using. You're all able to, and I'll let each of you add this to your character sheets. You can add 500 credits worth of salvage materials onto your sheet.
So just 500 credits?
Yeah, it's at 500 credits. It'd be the cleanest way to do it.
500
500
credits.
each.
Erlil, how much do you share about? So you shared the chapel. Do you kind of explain your point of view from what happened?
Yeah, I tell him all. I'm not.
Okay. You're not going to hold anything back.
No. It's
Okay.
like he needs. He's in a pickle, so he wants to be helpful because he's got to at least find out what the hell's going on first before he does anything else.
Right.
So, question, Baden. I can
Yes.
put underneath the credit box, I can type in 500, but there doesn't seem to be a way to add it. Is there a button that I'm supposed to be seeing?
You gotta do math.
I don't think there is.
there's-
I think you'll probably just need to track it yourself.
So you can't add to your wealth. That seems.
No, like you add in the credits.
Oh no, it looked like
Add
it
in the credits
did.
section.
What did I just do?
You must have the ability to make that work.
Yeah, you have to like.
Yeah.
I had like.
What was the
273.
original wealth?
You got to add the plus sign
Yeah.
in front of it. Yeah, because you just took a bunch of credits away. I'm like, no, not my credits.
Yep. What were you at to start with?
It was 1,005, I think, and then I was going to add 500, and then
So you should be at.
there you go. So 1860.
Okay.
That is current. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah, you could just type in the plus or minus there, and it'll do it.
So, one of the things that I want to do
Yeah.
before we move on,
Yeah.
Vincent is going to walk up to Erlil, and as he's on his way up to Erlil, so he'll say, "So, ally, then I take it."
For the moment, yes. I don't know what allies and enemies are around here. What do you stand for? I don't know.
Vincent extends his hand. Vincent Kincaid.
Erlo Zavulin.
And he
He
says,
shakes his hand.
somewhat behind grit teeth, like you really didn't have to drop them off the side. It's more like frustration than anger. More frustration than anger.
Let me explain something to you. About 20 minutes of memory is all I have. So if I have a bunch of goblins and whatever that thing was over there pointing at the thing, and I can intimidate them by throwing one of them over there and save their other lives before I beat them in with the rod that just fell down there, then yes, that's what I'm going to do. Because you could be a bleeding heart all the time when your own safety is in order. Are we clear? Or are you too high for that?
He stops and thinks. And so do I.
Yes.
Yeah, I suppose we are clear. Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you, though, Vincent.
So we don't have to go into too much detail, but Ren basically data dumps to Erlil's character. It's like, all right, here's the mission that we're on. If you're going to be following with, there's maybe a chance we can cut you in on some of the credits, but you got to pull your weight because we got a job to do, and we're already behind schedule.
So yeah, Comic suggests that you as a group check out the chapel that you. Oh, he's here. He's
okay.
He's over here. He's just in the corner there.
Oh, there he is. Oh, all right.
Yeah. Don't worry, he's hanging out with you.
Yeah, he's there. I swear.
Yeah. So basically, Comic suggests that you kind of head over to that shrine that Erlil was found, and
to the east.
Yeah, it's kind of northish, like the tunnel leads.
Got it. Okay, cool.
And we're going to kind of abbreviate that a little bit because as your team goes up to check that out, there's not really much left. There's evidence that there was some sort of with your equipment that you have, Ren, like you're able to kind of like do a cursory like scan of the environment. kind of get a feel.
He lays his hand out, and he kind of like a 3D topographical, like one of the old school maps from Aliens or whatever.
Yeah, and you're able to identify that was the source of the energy signature that was detected up top.
The robot,
not the robot.
The
specifically, it's the origin point.
Okay,
as you can
load in the
back here then.
Oh no, PTSD.
Oh god, now we're back. Oh god, the shadows are kept.
And I'll just put down Airlil for a moment here so you can kind of see. The origin point is literally up here where Airlil saw that portal open up.
Okay.
This looks a lot like Final Fantasy IV Mount Ordeals.
Or
the setting of it with the,
anywhere in the tower, but yeah.
The two of them facing off against each other.
So was that, maybe give you a recap there, Vaden, was that basically our main goal of this mission, was to determine the source?
There was a big energy signature that kind of went off like a rippling effect of some kind.
Okay.
And because it was of a significant enough thing, basically Rufus had another team that was kind of like already exploring some of the sectors down here to try to kind of get a feel. So they were already deployed. So he was sort of like up, he couldn't bring them back in to check this out without endangering them, because they're clearing out what you had overheard was a nest of void zombie, which bigger deal, little tougher. So he basically kind of turned to you two and went, "Hey, got a job for you. Check this out for me." All
right. So I mean, in theory, beyond looking around here, is our job finished?
Yeah, it pretty much is. Like, now a couple things to cover, just real quick. Airlil, you'll remember that there was a shadow that was beginning to like eat the other ones and absorb their strength. There is no sign of them. So they likely, if they're still around, have escaped in from through other tunnels, and they're somewhere on the station. They've managed to slip away basically into the underground.
You may want to tell station security to heighten whatever they do, I guess.
Now, the only other thing that to cover in here is your friend from earlier, the one that you had run distraction for. Man, her token is still busted. I thought I fixed it. Never mind. But there was a woman that you had run distraction for that you had kind of kept from being eaten by one of the shadows, and you do run into her again. She's just kind of someone who is trying to find a place to hole up basically, and found themselves there in a couple of these tents here, because you see evidence of like all these different tents out here that clearly people have been living in, but then have cleared out recently. So like a lot of these tunnels are like that. There's obvious signs that people have been living there, or at least temporarily were, and likely what has happened is like they've either migrated up topside, or they've moved on to different areas and just keep moving to different areas of the spike to kind of try to survive. But yeah, effectively with kind of determining the origin point, you guys feel relatively confident that you've accomplished the mission as per parameters. So is there anything else you'd like to do down here? Anything you want to kind of cover or talk about before you head back?
Dude, I think Brandon, if nothing else, is going to want to walk into the church where the energy signature originated from, take some readings, because he's got to provide some proof. It's like, all right, looks like there's a spatial distortion.
You take a bunch of pictures, and once you get a clear reading, you're able to send a signal back. Eventually, as there's an eerie sense in this church when you first enter, but that's beginning to recede as you spend more time in there, and as more time kind of passes from the event. And as that fades, Vincent, you start hearing communications again from Sheena, and she's like, "So is everything okay?" and you start hearing it. You start feeling kind of like someone's accessing your comm unit and kind of connecting again, as is tradition for her.
Yeah, he thinks back. Yeah, everything's all right. We're good. It's just gets to a lot of concrete.
Yeah. She, you just hear kind of an acknowledgement, and that, and then silence as she's fiddling with something. Roz, give me, what would it be? A mysticism check.
All right.
By the way, too, this, well, I can't really say that it would depend on the check, but he was going to be definitely being nonchalant about it, like not making it obvious.
No, that's fair. There's, I'm factoring that into the
Yeah.
CCM set in my head.
I think that's an 11.
17.
11 plus 6 is 17.
Yep.
So, yeah, no, there's nothing. You do feel the energy in this church that's kind of, that you can see through or see here. It's kind of like there's kind of there's something, there's like dark energies that are kind of like in the air essentially, and it's kind of almost alien in a way, like not in the alien sense of like, like what you're used to, because this universe filled with magic, all
We're all
sorts of
aliens.
crazy shit, magic and technology and crazy stuff. What I mean by alien is that it feels different than anything you've quite experienced before. It's definitely some sort of extraplanar energy. And as a caster, you're definitely familiar with this kind of work, this sort of like, the cosmic energies of the universe that you use to kind of channel your spells for sure. But like, this is definitely a different kind of energy. It's kind of fascinating, really.
So with casting detect magic, looking for an altar or like any kind of focal point.
If you want to cast detect magic, you certainly can. Do you want to make another mysticism check? Because that was for something else entirely.
Yeah. So let me do a detect magic. See what I can.
Am I looking at the wrong screen here?
You should be
you might.
He might not
be
be
able
added
to
to
see
it. Yeah.
it here. Let's see here. Can
I'm
you see
looking at
through
the shine.
Airlil?
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Do you just have a blank screen on your end?
No,
that
I
was
see
an
the shine in
act.
my memories. I just wanted to make sure that I was
Yeah, we're in the
seeing where I'm
church. We just for seeing things, stuff like
Yep.
that.
I better
Nat
clear
20.
out a couple of these.
Nat 20.
What?
Oh, finally.
Motherfucker.
Wow.
Okay. Well, with that check, shit. Let me think here. What was
Now
I
I gotta
gonna
make something up.
No, I'm not that. No, maybe.
Vincent starts sweating.
So you basically, yeah. So you start, you kind of walk over to the altar up front of the church. Kind of the origin point, and you're able to sort of like, you definitely get a set. You get with that 20, you definitely are able to identify that this is of an extraplanar origin. There's some sort of like, some sort of portal was opened here that was definitely from somewhere else. Like, could have been the drift, it could have been all sorts of different shit. But like, it's malevolent in nature, and you get a sense that it was following someone. Specifically, probably Airlil, since he also appeared at the same point. You also get the sense like there's a malevolent origin to this portal for sure. Whatever created it and opened it definitely is not a good thing. But it also, what could I tell you that's not just, hey, it's a fucking portal?
It's a gateway.
You think you feel a presence that's also observing, that's still kind of there. And it's got some sort of connection now to this plane of reality. So you're in kind of matching that up with Erlil's story of these shadows coming through. You think something has crossed through, and now it's permanently here.
I think we should leave, guys.
You know,
So
that sounds really good.
So you begin to leave, and then Erlil, make one more perception check for me, please.
Let's see. Perception. I mean,
Fuck it up, bud.
I listened. I've got +6 to it. Please God. There we go. Not bad. 18.
Decent enough. So as you're kind of, you're kind of following along with Ross, and you come up here. This place is called the Shrine of Forgotten Gods, as I mentioned before. So towards the front, there's all these like, some of them are more permanent fixtures, but some of them are definitely like hobbled together. Like, someone wanted to make sure that their faith was represented in this space as well. Kind of a little hidden, tribute to many, 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 many gods. And as you're kind of, you see a mark of a flower on one. And as you kind of approach, you see a glint behind like this little like stone that's kind of, with the insignia of the rose or a flower. I'm not sure if it's a rose. Is it a rose?
I think it's a rose.
What kind of flower is it?
It's a rose.
Is it a rose?
It's
a rose.
It's a rose.
Or thorns.
You see a kind of a metal. You see a metallic glint behind one of them, and you as you kind of like step closer to take a look, you do see what you're looking for.
There you are. Perfect.
A trident that looks and feels familiar to your hand.
He just spins it around his hand a few times, like, all right, I'm ready to go now. He puts it on his shoulder, but he's still not wearing any clothing. So he's just,
down the stairs.
I mean, no, it's on his back. He's holding it like this. He doesn't have it like trying to put it in his back. He just has it on his shoulder. It's like, I'm ready to go.
You should have let me do the repeat joke. That would have been fun.
It's like, hey, you're no lead pipe, but you'll do.
But like, but the cloak is like held up, so it's like he's just sitting there fucking naked, not even giving a shit.
Right. So is there anything else you guys want to check out?
I'm good. I took my readings. I'm ready to return back at my reward.
Yeah, I'm good here.
Vincent, you good?
Yeah.
All right.
Yay!
All right, Russ,
This is my temple.
All right. So you head back down the original hallway and up the elevator.
Okay.
And use that special permission pass key to bring yourself back up to the Thistle Spring Agency, which will
card in a lanyard.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that. Why is it doing that? Come on, buddy. Why would you put the right click menu right behind what I want? That is fucking bad design, motherfuckers. Hold on. Not the internal one here. Yeah, there we go.
So what are we in the process of doing right now? Like, okay, so as we're walking back before we get to talk to Rufus again.
Yeah.
Vincent is going to side by Ross on the way there. And he's going to extend a hand. Vincent Kincaid.
Ross Stambo. Pleasure to meet you.
Such a Star Wars ass name. I fucking love it.
Right? They auto-generate and Star Wars. Hey, good one though.
So you take the elevator up, and then you're greeted by or you once you get back up, Comac takes the card back and kind of secures the elevator again. And nods to you, Vincent. Good job. Smile. Or kind of gives each of you kind of like a, thumbs of a kind of a approving look, and kind of I'll make my report to Rufus, and he kind of leads you back over to Rufus's office. Delara, the Sharon receptionist, greets you all kind of welcome back.
Oh,
What's the name of the character in Ghostbusters who's the
Janine.
receptionist?
I know
Janine.
who you're talking about.
Janine,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's gotta be
That's
her name.
definitely the
That's gotta
inspiration
be,
there.
That's gotta be her name.
Welcome back.
Janine.
Welcome back.
Her name is Delara.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Her middle name's
You know,
Janine.
so Ren walks up to the desk and just finds an open port, puts his finger in it, just downloads all the data. There you go. It's everything you need.
Why are
You
you,
know,
why are you
I do
figuring that
prefer
out?
analog. I do prefer
Oh,
verbal
yeah.
communication over. That's fine. Whatever. Delara, can you upload this for me? All right.
I can never
Whatever.
get it to. It's always in the stupid Zip. Like Zip is now like people pay for it, and it's like worth platinum now. You have to use it.
Yeah, you have to have a license
You have
key.
to have a license to Zip in the future.
Man,
Yeah, you
it's so bizarre.
motherfuckers. It's like, yeah, well, hold on, I gotta withdraw. I gotta take 50 credits off because I had to fucking use the goddamn zip file to put it.
So, I'm assuming you guys fill him in on the whole story, then, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the story that we know. I mean, I don't think any of us have talked to enough with Arlo to hear about the shadows or anything. I don't want to metagame or anything like that.
No,
So we don't know about
I think he did communicate that. I think that's
Did you?
that.
Yeah, I told everybody.
We kind of
Okay, all right.
abbreviated it,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Really? All right, cool. I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so you guys definitely kind of hold on here.
Yeah. So Ren like picks up Arlo and it's like, this is the cause of your signal.
Hi.
Basically.
Hi,
He's
sorry
like,
about
what the hell?
And Arlo said it just lets him get lifted up, like, hi, sorry about that.
And he's all like, so just doing the pose,
Like,
T-pose.
the wings come out,
The circle
Nice.
of life.
couple feathers slide, the wind.
Yeah, if you open your wings, it'd be like, Jesus Christ, people would be like, freaking the hell out over here.
It's not just my
We
wings.
don't, I don't think you've always shown your wings, right? Or we don't know if you can sprout those.
No, I think I just have them. I think they're just there.
Are they constantly out?
Yeah. It's
So like in the elevator, you're like, dude, can you put
yeah,
your
yeah.
wings somewhere?
I kept tickling everyone's faces, like, because I was the asshole in front of you that had my wings
Okay.
doing that
You're
shit.
like,
R.P. Bergman.
Get the fucking goddamn freaking wings out of
Entitled
me.
asshole.
Yeah, so Rufus, he kind of gives Arlo the once over. I don't know
Still
what to
naked.
make of this.
Still naked.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think he needs some clothes first and foremost.
Oh, wings out.
That'd be nice.
And then he gets up and shows you to kind of the armory, but there's all sorts of stuff here.
They did
Different outfits for different
Yeah.
areas and climates.
You grab a pair of jeans, like a shirt, like the metal, like kind of like armor thing. Well, not like it's like kind of like the metal jacket, like armor, pieces of metal in it, kind of thing. Like in there, he's just got a bomber jacket over it. Like this brown one with the cloak over it. And he's like, "All right, that feels better." They give it a shower as well.
Right. You're kind of given a moment to kind of clean up, and everyone has a chance to kind of clean up and everything. Kind of get yourself resituated. You also get handed a cred stick, each of you, with the 1,000 credits you're promised as well. So, and kind of Rufus looks at you, Ariel, and I'm going to hold on to this for you. But we'll talk. Clearly, you've got some things going on.
Was it 200 and 500 earlier?
It was 500 earlier and $1,000. Is it 1,000 to each, or are we splitting 1,000 between us?
Each of you are going to get 1,000.
Okay then.
Yep.
Fair enough. I really stumbled in on it.
Yeah.
Flame sits down, flicks the leg over.
So you had been invited to also a job interview, basically, after the fact a little bit more, and you had just arrived just as these guys had kind of shown up, and Rufus had apologized to you briefly and just said, "Let me take care of this business real fast, and your new coworkers need to be taken care of." So you've just been kind of chilling. Delara has been bringing you some some beverages basically to kind of keep you company for a bit, but you're definitely on the scene right now. Do you want to kind of introduce yourself a little bit, how you want to, or what you look like? If you introduce yourself to the other players, what would you introduce yourself as, so on?
Real quick, check the message I sent you.
Yeah.
See if you want to run it that way or not.
Not quite yet. Because
Okay.
I imagine you're going to look a little different from your previous image right now. But
Okay.
we'll kind of approach that a kind of one-off as we keep going forward. If that makes sense.
Okay. So I suppose she'd be like not quite sprawled out, but kind of definitely made herself comfortable on one of the couches in the room, and kind of just propped up with the arm on the back of the couch, just not quite man spreading per se, but it's definitely I'm top bitch here. I'm making myself comfortable. This is my house,
Every cat
kind of
ever.
situation. So kind of the best way to describe is almost the visual opposite of Grinder's character. I'm
Android,
drawn. Yeah.
So you're a dirty hippie?
No.
Classy technology, dirty hippie.
So like, while he's more of the very robotic and machine-looking style,
Okay.
she's more of the kind of the opposite end. She's one of those high-end, super classy models that are more of the model type.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you are enhanced like me, but you're more of the
like the Cybertruck
you are
2077 characters.
you are the Lexus, and then I am the Honda or the Toyota Corolla.
I would argue you're more like the working like pickup truck where I'm the Lexus. I'm the fucking the Rolls Royce.
You're the Escalade, and I am the Honda Ridgeline.
Yeah, pretty much. So like,
I'm in the field. You are in for high society. Got it.
Yeah, almost.
I'm gonna have to change my character then. I look too shiny in that thing. I gotta look more cleaned up.
Nah, you look good, dope. Stick with it.
All right.
So almost pale skin with like this uncanny iridescent sheen that kind of goes over it. That kind of gives it away that she's not human, but it's one of those things that it's like it's a draw to the eye.
Is it her actual skin? Like, is this the remnants of her last bit of humanity, or is it a plasticky skin-like material?
It's more of like a plasticky skin-like material. It's the artificial skin.
Got it. Okay.
So it's not human or flesh or of any kind. It's just straight up just
synth skin. I got it.
Yeah. Synth skin.
We all know that.
It's
we know
got
all
this
about it.
Iridescent sheen to it. Long purple hair, kind of worn down most of the time, just around her shoulders. Not really done up anything with it. And while she's sitting on the couch, she's taken off she wears like a really dense fabric trench coat, black, and that's taken off and set to the side of her on the couch while she's just in this very simple like black bodysuit. It's not skin tight to the point where you're like, oh, I could see a quarter on her ass cheek. No, it's more more just kind of close knit, but not revealing by any means. So general body shape is pick up. You can pick up, but it's not super revealing by any means. And she just looks over at the group as they enter, kind of just like not quite a glare, but almost like a finally you guys show up type thing. And her eyes are like a very piercing, like vibrant purple that just instantly grabs your attention.
Click on that picture so it gets expanded. Yeah, look at the eyes.
So
walking
in, Vincent cocks an eyebrow at her, has like a slight smile on his face, like a slight grin on his face, is her attitude. Thinking like he owns the place. He finds it fun.
I mean, how much game time did that actually take place? So we went down there, immediately ran into goblins, got to a fight. We helped him out for a little bit. We did that thing, and then we went to the church. So maybe like 6 hours.
The halls took a while, but yeah, you were probably in and out after about 4 hours, I'd say.
All right, it's 4 hours.
Yeah, I mean the elevator ride was long. The initial goblin that you ran into, that was pretty quick, but then kind of going through some of the tunnels took some time. And then you had your conflict there in the archaeology, and then kind of the the looting, and then the checking out of the church and everything. Yep. Yeah, I'd say at minimum 4 hours kind of passed.
Arlo's just kind of like, he's got a furrowed brow, but his eyes widen a little bit because he's just examining our skin. He's like,
what? Yeah, you're getting a whole sort of like culture shock, because first, like going up the elevator, like what the fuck is this? Or this like steel cube
machine world.
Yeah, and then you make it into this like this very high tech building with all sorts of amenities and flashing lights and sounds going off, and it's really overwhelming actually.
Arlo just like walks up to her, says, "Hi, do you have any mead?"
She just like, her face just kind of screws up into this like,
the fuck?
Who the fuck are you talking to? And she finally speaks, and her voice isn't quite human. Like it's most androids have like a generally like humanoid voice, but hers is like almost, it sounds like it's actively auto-tuned to be like melodious and sing-songy in ways. It's not really, she's just talking normally, but it almost sounds like she's singing while she's just normally talking, and she's just like,
it's an upgrade.
Yeah. She just like, I don't know what mead is, but I do not have it.
Arlo will take a quick step back at just that voice. That is not even human. Banshee?
No. Obviously, I'm not a human.
Well, obviously not, because I can't. Oh, never mind. Alcohol.
Rufus,
do you have alcohol? Anyone have some? I have had a day.
Rufus raises his hand. Hold on.
Wait a minute. Arlo grabs his book and opens his book and looks at the back. And is it still there?
Your book?
Your
flask.
flask.
My flask still there.
Your book.
Do I have the original shit or not?
You're naked. I didn't think you traveled.
I have my book. I did have my book.
Okay. You got your book.
I don't think you'd have a flask or anything like that.
Okay.
No.
Right.
It all evaporated in the vacuum of space time. We went behind.
He's like, damn.
It's all dry. You're like, fuck.
He's like, oh.
Well.
Alcohol, anyway.
A drink sounds like actually a very good idea.
To the tavern.
Rufus, you're not supposed to be drinking. Don't care. It's been a day.
Oh,
and then he goes into his office and pulls out a bottle of some older vintage and pours everyone a drink. A little shot glass, everyone, including the androids. I mean, you can consume these liquids. It doesn't really do that much for you necessarily, but cosmetically.
No, our robotic livers just, they don't let us get drunk.
They just process it. Yeah, pretty much, I mean, like, you do have organic components, and you definitely can, like, you can get high if you want, or, like such, but there's definitely a sort of a different physiology at work there, too. Like alcohol definitely isn't that big of a thing. Like
we take more like different. We got like looks like a flash drive, and we just got pleasure sticks, and we just plug them in there and just gonna run a routine, just cranks our dopamine levels, and we just get
Have you
fucking
seen
high.
Have you seen the Futurama episode where Bender jacks on?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, 100%. He goes like the electric engine, and it's just like the
Yep.
old fucking old sign. Yeah,
That's what I imagine.
yeah. It's like, I just get a quick jolt.
Arlo takes a big swig. He's like, "Oh, blessed shit." It just kind of makes
It's
me laugh.
Sid the Hall.
He just gets cut off because he can't remember what he was gonna say. He had a word afterwards. And he's like, he just kind of shakes it off and takes another sip. Like, what? What? Go ahead. And Arlo just kind of leans back. I'm just gonna watch a moment. That's my thing right now. Kind of thing. He's gonna watch and see what happens because he doesn't know what's going on.
If
He'll pipe in if he
Rufus
needs to.
has this like wry smile on his face, and he kind of looks at you, Errol, and is like, "I think I like you. We're gonna have to talk later." And then he looks to the rest of you. Well, some of you have been at work. Valkyria, I appreciate you showing up and being patient as I sorted through this scenario. But this is somewhat fortuitous because I did want to introduce you to each other, as likely you will all be working together if you choose to continue employment with me. He kind of he kind of introduces each of you in turn to each other. First name basis, just kind of doesn't really go into any details or anything like that. Just kind of a very cordial. This is who you're looking at, who you're talking to right now. And then he just kind of settles in for a second and looks at each of you. So the idea that I'm trying to put together here, and I know each of you has your different backgrounds and specializations, your histories, but so Absalom Station and the Pact Worlds as an extension, there are several organizations that are all about exploration, and like the Starfinder Society, they're focused very much on exploring the unknown. My scope here is less about the unknown and more about the known. But they're looking at you, Ross. He kind of acknowledges and says, however, we will have need for exploration and the, seeking out new life as well. But one of the key things that I wanted to organize was a group of people that could apply some creative pressure towards some of the larger players, both here on Absalom and further out in the Pact worlds. There's a lot of bad guys out there. And a lot of the bad guys, they don't really respect the rule of law. And they don't really respect anyone but their own profits. And not everyone's like that. There are plenty of organizations in this lovely galaxy that are perfectly on the up and up. But there are bad players too. And I feel like the group of you here would be interested in maybe running against some of those bad players. So the job I'm offering is basically to be a standing crew, a team that can handle a lot of different scenarios. Maybe some days you'll be doing infiltration. Maybe some days you'll be doing investigations. Sometimes I'll have you protecting the innocent. Sometimes I'll have you checking out corners of the galaxy that need to be checked out that maybe the Starfinder Society missed. But I'll pay you well, and I'll always have your back. That's the promise I'm willing to offer you if you want to work with me. But I am going to put your lives in danger frequently.
I do that already.
Yes, you do.
He totally does. He's suicidal.
Do you have any questions? Is there any concerns that you have with this arrangement? And he's clearly talking to the group and not necessarily Airlil right here. Airlil's obviously kind of the one that's gotten
He's
thrown
wandered
most
off.
directly.
He's
Yeah.
touching the neon. It's like,
He just leaned back in the chair, like kind of just leaned back with the glass, just
take it
listening.
all in. Yeah.
Taking it in,
But
understand
what
like most of it, you know.
Yeah, for one thing, Rufus does just kind of lean over and then pour you a little bit more, Airlil.
You're a kind man.
Robot thing. Whatever.
So Vincent is going to walk over to, because he hadn't touched the shot glass yet that was poured.
Mhm.
So Vincent's going to walk
Slides
over
it
to
over.
it, walks over to it, picks it up, and as he has it in his hand, he says, "So, Airlil, right?"
Yep. Pretty sure, anyway.
Rufus pulls out, he's got an old-fashioned desk, by the way. I forgot to mention that last time. He has an old-fashioned wooden desk, and he pulls open a drawer, and he pulls open a cigar, pulls out a cigar, and, old-fashioned lighter.
You got to imagine that desk is probably worth like a starship because like wood. No one's got fucking wood anymore.
Oh yeah. It's definitely worth a pretty penny. I mean, it's not like completely
No,
rare.
it's not.
Castravel is filled with trees and wildlife, but it is rarer than most. Than it would.
No one knows how to work with wood anymore. There's no carpenters in this timeline.
Right.
Airload used to say, "I like your desk. It feels familiar. At least on one thing in this place, it does."
I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy. He looks to Vincent as you're approaching.
Yeah, he's got the drink in hand. So, Airlil, what are you? And then
He looks like an Aasimar to me.
I'm an Aasimar.
I know that. I can figure that much.
Then
are Aasimars common on this Absalon station?
They are actually. They're more common here than they are anywhere else.
This wouldn't be like, oh my god, a fucking angel.
He tosses.
Airlil's definitely a special case. Sorry.
Got it.
Hey, keep going. I don't mean to interrupt you.
So
he finishes his drink at the end of that. He's like, "What are you?" As in, I know you're an Aasimar, but there is something more to you than that. What are you? And that's now I'm done.
Yeah, I have a question. Does Ayla remember before he arrived, like with the goddess intervention stuff? No, I'm not saying like before anything else. I'm saying like from the start of this campaign, like part. Yeah, that's good. Like, but does he remember like the interaction with the beings, if you will?
Kind of. There are vague memories of that. You definitely think you've kind of stumbled into some sort of divinity, but you're not sure what it is.
I feel like a higher power decided to mess with me a bit and drop me here. For what reason, I don't know, but I'm sure it'll become apparent because I feel like it always does. So, but to answer your question, what am I specifically? I'm just a guy trying to figure out where the hell I am. And I can't remember much of myself, so I remember bits and pieces. I remember general information, but that's about it. Oh, and I like justice.
We're gonna get along.
Kind of a paladin, you could say.
He looks to see. He'll start with Valkyria. Actually, kind of take a look. I know this may not be exactly your specialty. Are you interested in this proposition?
Listen, if it pays me money, I'll do it.
You're just in it for the money, huh?
That's all I'm here for.
the entire world runs on people who are just in it for the money. I'm okay with that. But I hope we can offer you more than just a paycheck. He gives you a little kind of an understanding nod, and I'm sure we'll get to know each other soon more as we go through this. But if you're in it for the paycheck, I'm here to offer you a job.
That's what I'm here for. I don't need anything else.
He looks over to Ross. How was your time down there? Do you feel like you're okay with this?
Didn't enjoy getting shot, but I enjoyed the camaraderie.
I like Big Green over there.
Right back at you, Wings.
Wings. I was gonna go for Bright Eyes.
I like it. You gotta be pronounced. He's gotta, because his wings are constantly out, right, Dar?
Yeah, I guess it doesn't. It's
You're like
just
trying
that
to
they're
sit,
there.
trying
They're
to
there.
sit in chairs, or
Yeah,
I
like
can't
put it this
sit,
way,
sit
like
in any chairs.
I grabbed like a pair of scissors and like fucking cut through and had like this jacket was a bitch, okay? This jacket was a fucking bitch. I gotta
I'm
get one
sure
that's
they
made
sort of
for
like
'em,
fold in too,
you know?
Yeah,
so
'cause
they're
you're,
not just like bumping
Yeah,
against
yeah, they
everything.
fold
yeah.
in,
It's
but
kind of
it's like
like
they're still there, man. They're
It's
still
like
there.
Angel from X-Men. Like they
Yeah,
fold in.
yeah. It's just a big pain in the ass. He's gonna learn to sleep on that shit. He has it for 10
Mhm.
minutes normally. It's gonna be an inconvenience for a while.
Yeah, do you have to sleep on a perch? Can you use a bed?
I just shit off of it. That's all I do.
Have to lay down some
There's
newspaper?
a toilet
Yeah.
right there. Perfect aim every
Har-
time.
Harvey Birdman.
Pretty much. Uh,
But yeah, Rufus is definitely kind of just looking at you. Okay, he's kind of going with everyone in turn, trying to kind of feel them out, basically, because he wants to know if you're in or you're out, basically.
Well, Rufus, you know my situation. You know my. He's gonna say father. I mean, it's the guy from the mechanic shop who's gonna raise him.
Tyron, yeah.
So you know what I'm trying to do. You know my goal. For now, I gotta get at least $70K together before I can get over to the what was that? What did you call it again? There, Vaden? That offshore kind of pleasure gambling.
Oh, if you want
Yeah.
to run the casino, yeah.
Yeah, like I gotta get over there for the score, and I know we're working our way up to it, but I
you want you want a big score.
I got the score. 'Cause that's my
the
ticket to
specific
get my
spot you're
own
thinking of,
starship to get the hell off. Off
Yeah,
Absalom
the
Station.
specific place you're kind of wanting to hit is King Kearney's Casbah, which is a combination casino, drug den, and brothel.
You know it.
It's basically, and it's in the Armada, which outside of Absalom Station, there is basically a collection, a horde essentially of ships that just kind of park out there.
Yep.
There's business,
Like a
businesses
flotilla.
operate out of them. Yeah, but it's like there's traffic constantly going back and forth. A lot of the more seedier elements of the galaxy kind of gravitate out there because, well, there's not any security checks getting into Absalom Station, and you also get the advantage of being right next to Absalom and doing business. Yeah, so. But yeah, he looks at he kind of gravitates now towards Vincent and Ren. How was your time down there? Did everything work out the way you thought it would? Sounds like Comac has good things to say about all of you.
Red's gonna look over at Vincent. Yes, Vincent. How was it?
It was alright, a little bit noisier than I would have liked, but
sorry about
we got the
that.
job done.
Sorry.
Yeah, this was an impromptu one. Definitely not set for your skills necessarily. But what can you expect? Sometimes
is Cormac or Kovac around here, or did he slink off?
He seems to have reported in, and now he's taking a long deserved shower, I guess.
Shower in the med bay. I hope he's got a gaping hole in his chest. No one healed his ass, so I don't know.
Well, I don't think anyone actually took HP damage.
Yeah, it was
He
just
did.
damage.
I thought he took.
Let me check.
I didn't know if he burned through his.
He was down to 2 stamina.
Oh, he's down to 2. Okay, cool. So he was still okay then.
Yeah, he didn't actually take much injury.
Got
Just,
it.
cosmetic battle wounds. Oh, I got hit in the arm, but I'm still
Oh
kind of
no.
cool.
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
like any guy in an '80s action movie. You've been shot 7 times. I'm fine.
I'm fine. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
There you go.
Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah.
Freaking jacked right now. Amped up on adrenaline.
But
So
And
yeah,
steroids.
Ren's just already. He's like, yeah. So
you're in. You want the
just
money.
let me know. It's like, yeah, I'm ready for whatever next mission you got. You know my skill set. I'm ready to go.
Vincent, you saved goblins. You didn't just kill goblins. I find that interesting. What can you explain why you did that?
They have lives too.
Okay, I'm gonna need to know who I'm gonna be going into battle with next time.
Oh, make no mistake, you're not going to worry about me when it comes to actually having to kill somebody that deserves it or that needs it, rather.
Okay, I just
But,
want to make sure about that because it
but
kind of took me
in
off
this
guard as we were
case,
trying to save the things that are trying to kill us. At the time
we went into their home.
they don't own it; they are currently squatting
Yes,
in a
I
section of
know.
the station. But yes,
I
okay.
understand that.
Goblin,
None of us own any of this part of the
Aloe
station.
reaches over for
I
the
get it.
bottle during
the
the
goblin
conversation.
gangs definitely seize territory where they can, but not all of them are cut from the same cloth.
Right.
Some of them are definitely much worse than others, and it sounds like you found perhaps a relatively benign group of goblins, but still,
I mean,
it's good to let them know that it's not just their territory,
if
and
we
we'll
were,
definitely be going on more excursions down there.
yeah,
By the
Because
way,
there's
they just need to
there is
know
a
that
hole.
it's all about strength.
There's a hole down there, or a tunnel that needs to be filled. You need to get somebody. We need to get somebody down there to fix that, so we don't
I'll
get
get the A
people here
team
back
on
up.
it.
Dun, dun, dun.
And
Oh, yeah.
you are my fresh recruits. You'll be working with the A team on different missions, but my intent is to form a independent unit out of you guys. And perhaps he looks over at Airlil, if you're willing to join as well. But
Sure.
we have some larger problems to deal with you. Like ID, for instance. The second you step outside of this building, you're going to be flagged by Absalom security forces in a heartbeat.
Can I
There's
use your
a whole
couch?
education of a world that you need to be inducted into.
Ren's
We're
gonna
gonna
raise his
need a
hand.
montage.
He's like, I got a spare ID chip from we pulled off the van that pulled into the station. I can just chip him. He's like, I got the device here, and I can just go and grab his
Yeah.
wrist. I can chip him. We're gonna still have to fill in the info, but I can at least give him a blank data chip that he can fill out.
Delara, are you listening? Yeah,
Always.
I'll see if we can pull some strings with the citizenship registry.
Wait, you're gonna chip me?
It's fine,
Mm.
sweetheart. He just grabs his
Can the
wrist.
government track me? I feel like they can.
He's all like, it's like, oh, motherfucker.
It's in case
Just
you
wa-
run away from home, so we can find you again.
Just
I
wait
don't
until they
have
give
a
you your
home. I'm gonna ask for their
vaccines.
couch.
Yeah, right? His other hand just turns in the needles. Like, I gotta get 37 quick shots.
I don't like this
Uh,
doctor.
Vincent
So
turns to Rufus. You realize if
One
we chip
star.
him, that means we have to keep him, right?
So, I mean, he's either a
serve the food
stray.
and water 'em.
I think I'm
Right.
bathroom trained. I'm not positive though. I haven't gone yet.
I don't know. Do
I
you
mean,
know how to
That's a
use a
joke.
local
I have to
bathroom?
very badly.
uh, all joking aside, Arrow was it?
Yeah.
Um, so I'm gonna expand upon the physical science check that I just rolled. More kind of just tells like I've just been doing a quick scan and you don't seem to be vibrating at the same frequency as the rest of us. Um,
Thank you.
so where did you come from?
I can tell
Because
you that the place I came
obviously
from
it's not here.
was not here. Yes, that's exactly where I
Yeah.
came from. I'd
Does
love
seem
to
to be
remember,
right.
and I'm hoping
Yes.
I will. But right now, I just have tangible feelings about things, if you will. And
Ah,
I don't know
gotta love
much.
amnesia.
Yeah,
So
it kind of
functionally able
sucks.
to do tasks and understand where you're at, but no memory.
Yeah,
Vincent
and I
Oh
think
turns
that
joy!
and the best part is I don't know if this is the first time I've had amnesia because I have amnesia.
Vincent turns to Errol. You know what you need? You need to get pissed drunk.
I feel like I'm inclined to do that. Yes, I do like alcohol,
Red's gonna look back on Rufus and like these people.
but I don't have a
Seriously?
house as well.
God damn it!
We'll figure that out later. We need to get you pissed drunk.
We have a set of dormitories here on the third floor. You can stay here for the meantime until you find your own ground. I'm sure the rest of you have your own living quarters, but you are also welcome if you need to crash out here. You can. Not many amenities other than the shower and the med bay, but there are some restaurants nearby. You know, it's some good street vendors. Yeah, I think you'll appreciate them. And he kind of wraps at this point. He sort of wraps up the meeting and kind of gives you all some paperwork to basically fill out. Your fucking employment forms and shit, right? But
What do I put for hometown?
the Delara helps you through a lot of the electronic forms that you had to fill out because there's a bunch of bullshit for citizenry and registration and
Why don't you
everything
write?
like that
Why
are
don't you
going to
just
falsify.
write? Why are we doing this? Why don't you just write?
This is writing. You just get used to it. You're just going to have to get used to it, honey.
Oh,
But I think that's actually where we're going to kind of
yeah.
stop from here because it's a
Is that
good
good? Yeah,
logical
yeah.
stopping
Oh, yeah.
point.
Yeah,
What we
yeah.
are going to do in this moment, though, is basically we're going to take about a 2-week pause in game. So you kind of after the events of this day, you kind of can get situated, and you definitely you have access to this building now, and you have time to return to your homes or wherever you're living. You can definitely spend the credits. Each of you can assume if you weren't handed cash in this moment, you definitely will have up to about 2,000 credits ish to spend. Um,
Yeah.
on top of 2,000 total, I should say, because you're that's going to be roughly where you're at right now. So if you do have anything you
23.
want to, yeah, for Vincent and Ren specifically, you'll probably have a little bit extra on top of that just because of what you've done. Oh, and Ross as well. Valkyria, you can definitely start with the 2,000 as well. So if there's anything you want to buy, anything you want to do, let me know. There's also going to be as said, there's going to be some downtime too. So if there's anything you want to follow up on, you're more than welcome to. If there's something you want to explore in Absalom, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, we'll kind of pick it up next session and kind of give you guys a little bit more kind of individual work before we kind of move to the next mission. So
And then in the next time we're gonna meet up is 7:20 because not next Friday, but the Friday after. If we're still going back to this
yeah,
every
we'll
other
we'll
time.
keep the 2-week schedule if everyone's
Well,
okay.
I'm just saying because I'm gonna be gone next Thursday, Friday of this upcoming week. I'm gonna be down.
So the 14th, you're going to be gone.
I'm gonna be gone next Friday.
Okay. So the 21st, is everyone okay with the 21st for the next session?
20th is this
Yeah.
Friday. Sorry, 21st. You're right. I don't know why I wrote 20. Yeah,
No,
21st
you're fine.
Yeah, 21st is the next one. Yep.
So
Okay.
Cool.
just to add on to like during that time frame, the 2-week
Yeah,
time frame, Valkyria
absolutely.
is like almost non-present in any interactions with anyone. Like she's seen coming in, going to her like room or whatever,
Yeah.
and then leaving at odd hours of the night, and then coming back, scuffling into her room. There's like a little bit of some noise, and then it just goes dead silent for hours and hours.
Gotcha.
And then just repeat over and over again, just like that.
I kind of
Each
like
day.
that. I like that setup because you're definitely kind of the aloof one right now for sure. Interesting. Okay. Okay.
This is good armors.
What's everyone else's sort of mannerisms in the kind of as they're because there's a couple of days of just kind of like going over the functions of the building, kind of getting introduced to the rest of the other team, which I'll introduce once I've made them.
Vince has been pretty sociable during the 2 week period. He's been pretty sociable.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I imagine
Ren,
Ross would be looking for, knowledge centers, scholars,
are you a local to
pockets
Absalom or are you visiting?
of visiting.
You're visiting. Okay. So Castroville native, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you're kind of is this like your first foray to Absalom Station, or is this like have you been here a couple of times before?
Let's say it's my first time.
Okay. Okay. Well, there's definitely a whole like variety of different things on the station that you can definitely check out from, like entertainment to religion to, whatever. There's countless resources. There's an Academy for Magic, basically the Arcanarium, I think it is. You know, there's all sorts of shit here, What both above board and below. If you want to get into
Lots
some
of
shady
blow.
ass shit, you absolutely can too. I mean, that's Ren's stomping grounds right there in Little Akaton. But yeah, um let's actually just switch over to the station itself so you guys can kind of see
Boy, that
the
Hell
top
Knight
down
plate
view.
armor. That's pretty good.
But yeah, so there's the center point that you see there that's kind of translucent is the dome, or kind of the what's the official name of it? The
The eye.
what is that? The eye. The eye. That's what it is. That's sort of like where it's the most Earth-like part of this station, because within that dome there's parks and there's the Planara, which is like the central seat of government of the Pact Worlds. There's all sorts of really cool shit. It's basically a city, or there's there it's where all the rich folks live in Absalom Station for the most part. But all of Absalom comes to appreciate the greenery and the kind of the environment controlled areas and such. This is primarily designed, however, for humanoid races, like yeah, like not so much the aliens. Then you got the ring right outside it, which is more kind of like the middle class neighborhoods. You still get those kind of like atmosphere controlled areas, but you don't have that kind of rich greenery that the eye would have necessarily. It's definitely got that kind of like middle class city vibe. And then you got the arms, which are absolutely just kind of like that's where the rest of the universe has kind of been pushed out into, basically. It's more of the lower class neighborhoods for sure.
Gotcha.
And then outside of that, there's also the spike, because this is a top down view of Absalom Station. There's a huge ass spike that runs down, and that's where you kind of were exploring beforehand, in the goblin tunnels and such. That's like you were in one subfloor of a small corner. Like the tunnels and the spike is huge. And
Yeah,
then
I've seen
outside that, you even have the Armada.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's a whole world to explore there. So if there's any ideas you specifically kind of want to check out, let me know. I can give you a list of locations too. If there's anything you want to scope out, feel free. I'm more than happy to kind of go down any flight of fancy you'd like to go down. But
Gotcha.
just thoughts to kind of get your brain rolling, whatever you want to do.
Hmm?
So Valkyria mostly keeps to herself, kind of leaves at odd hours and just bolts. How does Vincent and Ren approach things? Vincent's sociable. for the most part. You said kind of getting along with the other teams and such.
Grinder.
No, he said the last word was Vincent. So
Oh, I thought I said. I thought I heard. Ren. My
Ren,
bad. My
that was
bad.
it.
He said Ren and then
Ren,
Vincent.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then he went into Vincent. I mean, Bren's just going to go back to Little Acton and meet back up with his dad in the garage. Probably hand him about, I don't know, 300 credits.
He hands it back. What are you doing?
It's like, well, I'm paying off a little bit more of this rent. I still got that stall that is not getting worked on. You haven't paid off anybody. So you're taking this money, and then I'm out.
I told you we are even.
I get that, but still, just take it in,
kid. God damn, take some money.
Yep.
Okay, but I'm gonna get you back. In fact, I have a surprise for you.
Oh.
And then he. Hold on one second.
Space car, Dad. Awesome.
Kind of, actually.
Hell yeah. Give me a speeder bike.
That was actually one of those. Hold on here. That was trying to look up the other Isaki's name. Where is that note? Did I not write that down? I'd be pissed if I didn't write that down. Need a name. I did not give her a name. Okay, well, whatever. But yeah, so basically kind of leads you to the garage, and I think I got that scene up here.
I got a 2008 Honda. It's a classic.
Right.
Like really, it's literally thousands of years old.
Yeah, here's the gearbox. There's the gearbox.
There it is.
There's Tyron right there.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that man.
So
he must be protected.
The cyber stash.
It's so beautiful.
But yeah, he basically kind of leads you over to kind of a corner and shows you. I'm just gonna throw it into your character sheet here.
It's Luigi as an old man.
Yeah, he's also cyberpunk.
my fucking cocksucker brother, Mario.
Enter cycle. There we go.
Myself.
Dementia, sorry.
I got it.
All right. Oh, no, we'll just
things are flashing. My coverall utility thing disappeared.
Smoke real quick.
Great
job, by the way, Peyton.
Indeed.
So yeah, he basically unveils like a cool like little entercycle that that would can be used for traversing down the streets of Absalom or any other place.
Hell yeah.
He just kind of offers it up. It's got 2 seats, so you can bring a friend with you if you so wish.
An emasculating sidecar.
Client got repairs and then they didn't pay, so it's ours now. Nice. And I thought you might need something when you're working with your new friend.
I mean, I'm not sure how much he's reached out to you and told you, but I mean, the first mission was basically just it's reconnaissance, checking out a signal, ran into some goblins. I mean, nothing we couldn't handle.
Goblins.
Fucking goblins. He's cyber.
Well, I'm glad you made it out all right.
Oh, yeah.
No worse for wear. No damage I can see. He kind of gives you the professional once over kind of look, The okay, no damage, everything's looking good,
Yeah, because none of us we came right back up the elevator. I don't know if you're supposed to say that days have gone by.
This is like a couple days ago.
Okay, then days later, we fix our
when you had the chance to kind of come back and drop off some cash for him,
Okay, so fixing the stamina. Okay, so yeah, I just did the equation of a long rest, I guess.
Yeah, basically. Oh yeah, you can bring yourselves back up to max. All your spell slots are back. Yeah. Feel free to reload your ammunition and everything. Yeah. You're good to go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pretty much in these 2 weeks, Airlo's like the first day just had fly up on top of a something you can get onto where you can see over the city, but also see the park in front of it. You're just gonna he just sits there for hours. Just there's a Space Bucks coffee in his hand or something like that, right? He's just
It's a
sitting there.
picture of Arlo.
Oh, it
on
has
the
to be
cup.
Space Bucks. It has to be
Yeah.
Space Bucks.
It's got to be Space Bucks.
And he's just sitting there sipping it once in a while. He's just taking it all in. He's like, Jesus Christ, like in his head,
What
like,
have you gotten yourself into?
what is this? And then the next day, he just starts watching things, like not like dumb shit, but like stuff to figure out what he's in for, like where he's at. Just like
Absolutely.
documentaries, like historical shit. Like figuring out the basics, fucking the shit out of Laura.
Yeah. You hear a rumbling coming down from beneath your perch, and it's ran up on its hover little electric cycle, and he's like, "Dude, you just picking at the scenery? We got shit to do.
I have to know where I'm at, right?
You're on Absalon Station. Unless you're gonna go out to the vacuum of space, you're on Absalon Station. We got shit to do. We'll figure out how to get you back to where you need to go. I mean,
Arlo
it's
gives
clearly
Arlo gives a sidelong glance of like, you don't have any tact, do you? Kind of thing.
yeah.
He's like, all right, fine. He just drinks the rest of the coffee. Like, Jeva, can you? No, I can't make that joke. I don't know about garbage disposals. Never mind.
I mean, just do what everything else does and throw it on the ground, and the bots come by at 6 solar and pick it up. So.
It gets cleaned up.
A little drone kind of.
Drone's like grabs it. Yep.
Kind of like nudging the cup in your hand there, you know.
He lets it go.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, because you have to imagine everything is recycled here.
but
Like there is no trash. Everything is recycled. Everything.
What is
They have to.
What is recycled though? Never mind. Hey, look at it. Gives like a sidelong glance to the park area. Yeah, he just looks over the park area just for one more second. Like, all right, and he just follows him down.
That's where I'm gonna end my.
I'm not sure what we're doing, but we're doing something.
Well, no, we were just saying, like, yeah, the story cuts away back to other folk.
Yeah.
Well,
I like it.
Go ahead, Vincent.
And Vincent, like, he's just doing his normal thing, like he was doing. Like he pops in from time to time into the area to socialize, but he's still got his own place. He's still got his own place. But while he's like doing his own thing on his own time, he's looking at leads, seeing about like scheduling some time when he can to like case someplace or stuff like that. But he's maintaining a social life within the company while he's still doing that.
And there's a point
Absolutely.
where Arlo and Ross are standing next to each other, and he's just staring at Valkyrie's door, and she's like, "What do you think she's doing in there? All those hours? Just come out."
I will say that if you pay attention to right after she comes back in, there's a little bit of scuffling, and then like almost a delirious giggle before it just goes silent.
Are there drugs in this world that can do that?
No, the drugs in this world, my friend. Yes.
Actually, anyone who's not Airlil can make a culture check right now.
Culture check. Culture is a trained only skill, but Renchen is not trained in that skill. Would you like to roll anyway? Sure.
Well, Ross knows.
Ross knows better than me. And Vincent's getting closer. Ross is still number one.
Ross, you think you recognize Valkyria, but you're not sure from where yet. You get kind of a sense that maybe you've seen like a holovid somewhere that face looks familiar to you. It's kind of beginning to bug you a little bit.
Interesting.
And that's where we'll close off right here for now. So.
Got space up.
So just kind of set
That's better than I
expectations.
did.
Next session will probably be mostly RP, but we'll probably have a little bit of individual time with each of you, so you can
if we could have some, if nothing else,
up with leads and such.
Find some way to roll some dice. And,
oh yeah,
even if it's skill checks or
even
what
if
have
it's
you.
just role playing, there's always going to be opportunities to use your skills. use your
Roll
Gotta roll
abilities.
me some dice.
There
Yep.
was one more thing.
Absolutely. What's up?
Shopping.
After that first mission was done, was going to have Vincent was going to ask Comic out for like beers, go out to drink after the mission.
Oh, yeah, Comic will take you up on that. Absolutely. And he's never thanked you for freeing him,
He will not do that.
but he does seem to have a very healthy respect for you. He does mention that he's part of the A-Team crew as well, so he'll normally be working with them, but he's definitely happy to work with you, or seems to be pretty receptive to you for sure. He's not sure what to think of Aerolil quite yet.
Do you want us to do our space shopping outside of the session?
Either
Or
way,
do you want to do it
if
in
you
the
want
session?
to do,
Because I'll go to
if you don't
Space
want to take
Costco
up
in
time,
session.
you can. If you want to do it in game, you can. You may be able to get discounts and such if you do it in game. I will say that, or you may be able to get away with more basically in game.
We're coming from a campaign where we could have $70,000 in gold and not be able to buy anything. How is the economy here on the station?
So the nice
Is
thing about
2,000
Absalom,
like I can actually get something or no?
well, the nice part about Absalom Station is that you have access to just about everything, but it's a matter of finding the people to get you the stuff. Because not like there's a lot of things like the level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 stuff is more common, and as you get higher up in level, you'll
I'm looking
gain
for a
access to like
legendary
the higher grade
yeah.
shit. Think of it like any sort of RPG where you had to kind of progress before
I'm gonna
things
get my white
unlock.
tier items, my common shit.
But you can definitely assume that at least 2 levels above yours, you can probably get your hands on.
Okay.
It doesn't. That still means you have to pay for it, of course.
Yeah.
And in game, you might be able to get away with more, but you will have to. You'll have to be making checks and succeeding on checks in order to get away with that stuff. If that makes sense. But yeah, is there anything? Are there any concerns about the game? Anything you guys want me to focus on for next session? Any comments, feedback?
Is there an overarching narrative we should be aware of? For right now, we're so early on that we're just basically kind of stumbling around the world, figuring out.
Right now, I want to see, like, I have ideas, right? And I definitely have an initial sort of character that I'm thinking of for a big bad right now. That's about, just being honest, that's
it's
about
Vincent,
as far
right?
as I've gotten.
Right? I know it's
Vincent's, Vincent's the
I knew
last
it.
boss, and you're all going to have to fight him.
He's going to be all nice.
And
then
also
he's like,
the clone of Aerolil, who's also evil. Did you know
I saw that one coming. Dark Arrow, yeah.
Yeah, he's got
Dark
one black
Aerolil,
wing.
yeah.
All right, I knew
it.
He's only got one wing. Asta.
Right. One winged angel.
He screams all the time, so it's basically Black Clover.
Yeah, a lot of this is really just
emo all day.
Oh yeah, totally. A lot of this is really just I want to see where you guys take it first before I set everything too far down, if that makes sense. Oh.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
Just wait a second.
Either way, we're done anyway. It's all good.
Yeah. No, great job, man. You did a really good job. Fantastic.
As usual.
I really
as long as you guys have fun. I just feel bad for making you guys wait so long. The guys that were on the wings, and Flame's entry was not great. I'll admit that.
It's fine.
We're fine doing like a flame-centric first 20 minutes.
Into the mysterium of it with the way that it was presented.
I kind of like the vibe of it because it's like now we have a mystery in a player, you know. And I'll definitely give you a lot more spotlight next time, so you can kind of
seriously let's Flame do the first thing. Let him have the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, Flame and Ross will both have first dibs for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but think about the things you guys want to do too. You know, like if there's anything you want, kind of explore for next session, let me know ahead of time, and I could definitely plan for it. So,
I'll think about
Space Casino.
I thought about doing a montage for Airlil having to go to the DMV to get his fucking paperwork in.
What's with
I thought,
technology if you can't even get ahead of the line?
The space
3,000 years of
bureaucracy.
bullshit, nothing.
No, you're in the wrong line and a whole different level of the station. You got to
But it
go down
says
17,000 floors, all the way over there on the third arm. You're in the wrong line. He's all like, "Oh God, kill me!"
It's E11. Oh, that's E17. Fuck!
I can't read this language.
right?
Why
That's
is the
really
font?
the biggest
It's
problem.
Why is
all
it?
in Goblin.
Why is it all in Comic Sans?
You're right.
Wingdings.
It's all winging.
I should.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
No,
it's
get
been
out of here.
fantastic. Thank you guys.
Great
You guys have
time.
a good night.
You guys have fun.
I'll be around
I'll talk to you
tomorrow,
later.
probably doing 7 days with you guys if
Yeah,
you're doing that.
I'll be killing some zombies.
It depends on how late. It depends on how late you guys.
Yeah, share it or stream it there, Dart.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
try and hop in and watch you guys.
Yeah, sounds good. Chris,
Cool,
thanks
man.
later, man.
Later.
Sounds good, dudes. Have a good night.
Later. That was fun. That was fun.